Yeah, but my neighbor.
All right, we're on Facebook.
His
Live.
This is always going to get in my yard.
This is the World of
I'm not
Skell.
worried about it.
Huh?
Sure.
I said this is the World of Skell, episode 60.
Big ready to play in.
Episode
Okay.
160. I'm sorry. Boy, we jumped 100 episodes. Episode
That was
60.
crazy.
Time warp.
Oh, man, I heard that wrong.
So are we all like level 25 now?
Wouldn't that be great? You're level 3 because you choked yourself.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that. I never choke.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's good that you have a good gag reflex.
Wait a minute, let me get to my notes on my phone here.
Oh, yeah, let me see if I...
Let's see, Art. He says he never.
New York Times announces man with no gag reflex on Facebook. Oh. This episode's sponsored by Epiglottis. Epiglottis, when you got big shoes and mouths to fill. All right, so...
Where's our official, unofficial sponsor at?
Oh, yeah, I ate them. But that's
Wow.
okay. I will buy some more on the way home with the boys tomorrow. We always stop by Quick Trip, and they get a soda and a bag of whatever. And I usually get Red Bull, but here lately I've just been getting some snacks. So anyway, so episode 59,
You're tired of having
in case
wings?
anybody tried to watch that, I apologize. Apparently technology is beyond my capabilities. You could hear the other players, but you couldn't hear me. I don't know why. This has happened before, and I thought I fixed it. But luckily, the episode was made up mostly of fighting. So I will attempt to recap what I can remember. I did go back and skim through it to try to help me, but
You don't have an audio-visual team here?
you're looking at him. I know. Fucking this ain't no union shop, I can tell you that.
I'm not here early enough.
This is a fucking outsourced Freakonomics University. So, tonight in attendance, we got Chris, Dan, Daryl, Randy, Jason got called into work. Hopefully he can make it on later. If he can't, then, you know, when you gotta work, you gotta work. Destiny has something else going on, and that is everyone. So, episode 59. The characters were going through this huge maze. And in case they hadn't figured it out by now, it was based upon the maze of the Eternal Viewing Place that fell, and it overlaid over the land, and that's where they are. So where before they were going through the maze to get to the weapon, this time the book shows that the weapon is back in Count Strahd's castle. So they are helping Strahd go to see the Zombie Lord in hopes to come together and do a final assault on Forsooth, who is the main deity of this time and place. He wasn't always, but sometimes when a motherfucker sticks the fucking fork in the outlet and a shock happens, well, shit
Shock
fucks up.
happens.
So,
There's some boobage.
if you want to hear more about how that happened, you'll have to go back a few episodes. But along the way, we got Heinz brothers been missing. We got another character who somehow has come back, and this time as a powerful, still douchebag.
We have a corpse.
You are currently have in this group Gaspar, the one-handed necromancer, Waldor, the gnome priest thief.
Morph.
Ein, the psionicist. Garrett, the fighter. Master Kelp, the monk. Volmir, the fighter. And Strahd, the vampire. And
All powerful.
last game, they fought. Did you fight anything other than no? You saw one of the ways through the maze that you didn't take was full of hundreds, thousands, or millions of zombies, all bumping into the walls, just going back and forth. And it was supposed to be as if what they had seen in the Eternal Viewing place had now multiplied by all the years that this thing had been like this. So they kept going, and I don't remember all of the. Then they met Gaspar, but they met Gaspar pretty much first. He there was some feeling out, like two wrestlers that were gauging each other, but they all seemed to find everyone somewhat agreeable to Gaspar joining up.
Hey, Kyle, hold on. Hey, Daryl, is their screen flickering constantly?
Yeah, a little. I'm seeing a flicker.
All right, well, hold on. I'll just unplug it and replug. And we'll see if that fixes it. Because last time it froze, I did that and it fixed it.
Yeah, it got,
Have you
it's
tried
not
powering
a
it on?
nuisance.
Powering it
Just
back on?
back.
Who needs the spear when I got this?
Magic! Haha! Yeah, I invented electricity.
Oh, that did.
Hey,
Well, it stopped now, Kyle.
so
I
now,
think
do you see anything?
Why?
Do you see anything, Daryl?
Get a new vehicle every week. It's not a new vehicle.
No,
Nope.
it says connecting video.
Oh, okay.
So, buy something that she really likes.
I hear you, but the
Sorry,
screen
that's
just
how it
froze.
is.
No, she.
Well, I unplugged it trying to reset it, so it might be.
I gotta leave
Oh,
and try
okay.
to get it
Hold
fixed.
on.
So far, the cheapest I could find is
I can do
1,800.
this.
You had to say something, Dan.
I
So,
can
yeah,
do
well, I
this.
was worried that it was gonna like,
Hopefully, I got
No,
a friend
no,
at work.
what it is now.
Her
Yeah, now it's
husband
frozen.
knows a guy in Imperial that's like a super good friend, like me and Kyle.
Right.
So we say, but a super good friend like me and Kyle. And he will work with people. She goes, I will put a
There he goes.
personal phone call into him, and hopefully
Yeah, it's
I'll
still
find out
moving.
tomorrow. Because if he'll work with me, I can give him so much and then
Right.
pay it off.
Right.
But the cheapest so far I found is 1,800.
Nothing?
And because it's a, they want it up front because it's a.
Do you
Most
see
of it-
anything at
most
all?
of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
it is on.
Am I going to be playing Dungeons and Dragons tonight?
No, never means no. That's why they're safe words.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Keep feeding his face with it.
Okay.
Ice cream.
All right.
Drought
So, the Waldor had animated this creature, and they had defeated this in the previous episode, and it was carrying the corpse of Volmir's significant other, someone by the name of Basula, and that's because Strahd wants it that way. So, they just finished fighting some of these. For those of you out there watching that are familiar with D&D and figures, it is the Tridrone miniature, which I think has something to do with the sea. I didn't actually. I just thought it was a cool looking figure. But so it has these like tentacles on it, and basically they were made by Forsooth as a combination of undead and spiders, and they had encountered one of these in a distant time and place, and then one that had said that it evolved and worked for Strahd, or was I can't remember if he said he was a envoy of Forsooth or of Strahd.
Strahd.
But so these here that they fought, there were 3 of them. They were definitely undead, and the fight was Volmir got beat up pretty bad because each one of their little tentacles can hit. So lots of attacks, but there in the maze, this part of the wall looks like it is not the same as all the other parts of the walls of this maze. The walls are like 300 feet high, so this looks like a cave that's been either a cave-in or something burrowed or something chopped away at it, and it goes in much further than that, but there was webs and there was a carpet of small spiders in the front, and Strahd wanted them to take care of those creatures for some reason. And when the fight was over, Strahd went and picked up a piece of tentacle and pocketed it and said, "Let's go." So that is where episode 60 picks up, and you have a chance if anyone wants to do or say anything at this time. And Waldor, you did fire Heart Needle at Volmir, healing her to 1 hit point. So all the wounds that she sustained, except for the most minute amount, are gone. And that is where we shall begin tonight's story, tonight's chapter. So,
I just want to make one
hold on, one at a time. We'll start. Waldorf's first. Go.
Did you buy that shirt for Sean?
I bought it for me. He wouldn't fit in this. I know what you're trying to do, Dan. It won't work.
Come on.
It already
There's a
worked.
+1 spoon. He's holding it right there.
Well, that is true. He does have a +1 spoon. Okay, so
Is that a die on the shirt?
it is. Yes, that's a D20.
Okay. Cool.
So,
Hey, my question was, did I cast any spells or take any damage that I need to mark off?
you did, because you said, "Oh, great Kahulin, let me do something," and you cast. I think you cast some healing on Garrett, maybe,
Nope, I took an arrow shot.
or somebody. You did. You cast.
You did
He
cast
did-
something, guys.
He did healing on Volmir initially.
Okay, so you're down 1 first level slot.
Okay.
At least that's all I can remember. So, and since
I want to
the
make sure.
since the recording is in BFE, that's what the Dungeon Master will rule.
I deem it so.
All right. So, unless there is any other things that need to be done or said or wanted to do here in this cave that continues on, the light that someone created there, I think it was it? Dan, did you cast continual light in the cave, or was that Gaspar?
That was Gaspar.
Okay.
That was Gaspar.
So that is still there, and it continues on in the cave. So you guys, Strahd, however, is saying, "Come on, let's go. I don't need to be here anymore."
And as I stated, I followed Strahd out the door, out the entrance.
Anything else from you guys?
I mean,
I guess I'll go.
my giant undead insect follow.
All right. So you continue on through the maze. Let's start this off right. Daryl LaRue, since you weren't here last week, roll a D10.
D10. Okay. There's an 8.
Well, that's not gonna get the job done.
Sure will.
Not even close.
And it was plenty close.
Amateurs. Amateurs.
So the more of those ones we get, the longer it takes us to get through.
That's pretty much the idea, you'd think.
Take us forever to get through this anyway.
Okay.
Because nobody knows the way.
I don't know
We're
how
just guessing.
it's so dirty, but
I'd blame the cat.
I would think it. I can't though because the cat likes the chairs, especially that middle chair there. If you
Yeah. Yeah, she does.
just crush that cat. All right. So obviously I could build 300-foot walls to show that you're in walls, but we're using our imaginations to assume that you're traveling in a 20-foot wide, 300-foot tall corridor with occasional 20-foot wide different directions you can go. So I would like now. Okay. So you also encountered another gravestone,
Yeah.
but didn't do much with it. Okay. So
So it was a tarp.
you're traveling along. Things have been going smooth. You've heard skittering sounds. Matter of fact, let's get some sounds going here. That sounds like a good idea.
Call forth the crickets.
Nice. Oh, let's see. How about this one? Video unavailable. Maybe not that one.
Pay your bills, cop. Pay your bills.
Flush your beans, cop. Flush your beans.
Let's see what this has to say. Endless labyrinth. That sounds good.
That sounds appropriate anyway.
Oh, I already started playing this one, huh? Oh. Ah. By the way, this is RPG Ambiances and Music by someone called Michael Gelfie. He's got a whole bunch of them.
What school then?
And he's got a bunch. So,
We walk along, proceeding in the direction of the
okay.
seems to be appropriate.
So, you, once again, after several hours of skittering, occasional winds blowing from left to right or right to left, as if certain ways have ways to get out. But you occasionally will check into one and it just keeps going and it doesn't seem to lead you anywhere that you think that you need to be. It's hard to tell what direction you're going because at the angle that the walls and the sun hits the walls, you can kind of tell that as you look up, maybe there's shadows, and when the sun is at its highest point, you still can't see it. So it's hard to tell what direction you're going, at least unless someone has that ability or some other way to be able to know.
We
And-
used to. And then he yelled.
Yes, I know. Okay. So, you all, Strahd looks back at all of you and he says, mortals must take rest. It is so annoying. And he,
Wait, there's more. Dan's ability that he cast on us.
the endurance.
Yeah.
Then he cast Forced March, I think the spell was, which
But you guys
banishing
you
the
guys
team.
can go for like 7 days. The problem is you still need to eat.
Right.
So, you find a suitable spot and you break into your rations, or someone provides food in some other fashion. So the question is, do you eat part of your food, or do you get it from somewhere else? Or do you not eat and just wait while the other people do? Anybody do anything I need to be aware of?
I will cast a spell to create nourishment for all of us. If I didn't bring rations, so there you have it.
Okay.
Almighty Kulin, bless us with the nourishment that is so needed by our mortal flesh to continue, and I will provide a water skin to help have some place to collect water as I create the food and the water.
Is there anything about that spell which is random? If so, you would be able to roll it with advantage.
There is really no,
If not, then that's great.
yeah, there's no saving throw. If anybody has empty water skins, I can fill them as I create the water. It just has to have something to go into. Other than that, it's bland. Highly nourishing, if rather bland.
Certainly
Each
Gaspar...
cubic
Oh, I'm
foot-
sorry. Go ahead.
Each cubic foot of the material sustains 3 human-sized creatures or 1 horse-sized creature for breathing. So I will jump to, the maximum is 13 cubic feet. We don't need that much. We don't need that much. There's, 6 of us? 7?
Depends on if you count Junior. Certainly you don't count Strahd.
No, he's not going to eat. But if Gaspar
There's 6...
eats, I assume.
Yeah, there's 6 people you can see, plus 1 that you can't.
Can't see a person?
Correct. Valmir's child.
Oh. Okay, so if 1 cubic foot will be 3, I do 2 cubic feet.
All right. So
And that should feed us.
the holy monk of Kahulin provides this nourishment. If you wish to partake, it is there. If you want your water skins filled up, they are replenished.
I will as well.
And I would like Waldor to roll the D10.
Oh, 2.
Close. A sound. The sound of thunder seems to crack down and echo through this portion of the maze. Like it's literally bouncing off the walls. And you all look around. You're just in this maze.
Kulin be praised!
All right.
So is it raining now then, or
No.
just a lightning bolt flies out of nowhere?
No. Thunder.
Under.
Oh, okay.
Thunder is the sound. Lightning is the actual thing.
Right, but I thought you said something bounced off of the walls.
The echo of the thunder.
Thunder.
Thunder
All right.
and lightning, very, very frightening.
Okay, so you enjoy that break. You do what's necessary. You apparently don't do anything else during this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask.
Oh, okay. We shift the scene to Garrett.
Count Straub, when you changed and took off, were you able to find anything?
Yes, we just got what I was looking for.
Okay.
I have someone who you already know, and they asked if I could bring them something, and that's what I'm going to do for their loyalty. He says, I always reward those who are loyal. Those that are not, I punish. He looks at all of you, but doesn't home in on anyone. Just looks at you all, and
Regimentation is the button you can do.
for each time that he looks at all of you, you have a hard time deciding if he cares at all about you or your existence, or if he's possibly considering if one of you would be good eating. You're not really sure. But you carry on. The slow sound of the thuds from the giant bug dead thing, and the slurp, sometimes the sloughing, and the sweat smack of guts that occasionally fall out from this dead thing, and the slapping of the arm that isn't perfectly tied down from the dead thing that's strapped on its back, like a window or a shutter that isn't tightened up during a storm and it pops. And then, off in the distance, you see what appears to be this. Oh, you guys are way up there, aren't you? Yeah, you can't tell.
It's
It's a jelly. It's a Shelly.
It is a turtle, anthropomorphized turtle.
Oh, hey!
It's
Our
a
guy!
shell. It's walking
Our
on,
guide is here!
It's walking on two legs. It's carrying a spear and this, like, sort of a flat green looking thing. It's man-sized.
Does the flat green looking thing look familiar?
Yeah.
I said, there's our guy.
John!
It, Strahd says, what is this?
That's our
That's
guy.
John! And that is our guy.
Hey, John.
They,
This is the creature that guides people through the maze.
Hey, all right.
They followed Forsooth in the last time, but through helping us get to Forsooth and take out whatever form that it was, he no longer trusts them and abandoned them. And now they just aimlessly wander protecting things. That one has John. John is a really nice guy.
So Kelf, as he points, and as you get closer, you don't see another entity up there with this turtle person. All you see is what I described, and it's right, big stubby fingered hand. It's holding a spear, and its left hand it's holding what looks like a tree branch almost.
Okay.
So,
you don't know
So
what
I
he's
thought the
talking
turtle's
about.
name was John.
well, I lean over quietly and whisper to, oh man, what's your character's name?
Cal.
Daryl. Cal. Yeah, he's crazy, man. He thinks that Stick is named John. and he talks to himself through the stick.
Okay.
Do I hear this?
So
So
go hard
he
with him,
whispers, so
just-
hold on.
nod your head, smile.
And if I remember correctly, the marching order was
I'm up front.
Garrett and Ein,
I think.
and then
Walter's
Straub
back.
was second, and then Kelp and Volmir were in the back, and Gaspar and Waldor, and the creature was, unless you guys want to be different, that's the way I remember it.
Now that sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
That's
So I
cool.
probably wouldn't hear it, but I was just saying.
Roll percentile.
Got it. Rolling for a
You
1%.
sure are.
That's not a 1. 46.
Okay. All right. So, just for a brief time, Waldor drops back and talks to Kelp, and Gaspar is just kind of looking. And then you get up to this entity, this turtle thing. So, does anyone do anything I need to be aware of, or do you just keep going? John!
Stop and talk to him.
Firewood! We have firewood finally!
I will end you. You know this.
So the
We don't have a translator. Time to do my thing. Unless Gaspar can. I don't know if he has.
I can tell you what he has because he sent me
I don't
his
know.
lists.
Something that would make it to where we'd all hear it is the only thing that would be different. Is that I would care about.
There it is. Let's see. Nope.
Alright. Well, let me talk to the Shelly. Cobb, I'd like to use a power.
You would.
Yes, I would, actually.
Do you have enough energy to use a power?
Yeah.
Okay.
Between the walking and, well, I guess technically we're exploring a dungeon, so...
You are.
But between the sleeping and resting that we've been doing, yeah. And I haven't used much since we last... The most I used was that Dimension Blade, which is, to my current pool, not that expensive.
Go ahead.
Alright. I'd like to use contact with the Shelly. I rolled a 13, which is straight wisdom, gets me down to reptile amphibian life order.
Well, that's a success.
So I make contact with the Shelly.
You sure do.
Alrighty. And in the following round, I would like to use another power called Mind Link.
So while he's doing that, is anyone else doing anything I need to be aware of? Volmir and Gaspar do not? Garrett? Nothing?
I walk up to where Waldor and Gaspar are. I say, I guess he's trying to communicate.
You see me basically kind of focus. I put my head kind of into my hand and I begin to focus on something.
I need water before I choke like I do every game.
Right.
But please continue.
I was successful with an 11.
My throat is very clean.
I was successful.
I thought you were insinuating that role-playing was so bad that you were, couldn't take it.
No.
So are you talking to this thing or not?
Did you?
Yes, I said I succeeded with an 11.
Okay. Go ahead. What do you?
Man, if he's a guy, that'd be great.
Hello. How is John doing? I say to the Shelkin. You do not hear anything, by the way.
He just holds it out to you.
Thank you. And I extend my hand.
You see, puts his hand out and passes it off to you, and then he takes 2 steps backwards,
And I end it.
and it closes its eyes and goes into shell. Goes bloop, and just stops.
Alright, then I end the talking with it. And I would like to use a new power. Well, he doesn't want to talk to me, but John will. John always likes talking to me. Well, don't know if he likes it so much as anything else.
Is that like a divining rod? Is he going to use that to guide us through?
So, and it's crystalline in this time, correct, John? So in my hand, you see a greenish crystalline twig
Oh,
with a bunch of little tiny sprouts shooting off of its branches.
Is that picture of it still over there by you on the cardboard?
It might be. It's a really bad drawing, but the crystal figure that you have there is actually really neat and good. It basically looks like a little pine branch.
that's cool.
Super bad
Maybe
drawing.
that's pretty neat.
Super bad drawing, but there's a specific amount of
I get
needles.
it. Okay. Thank you.
There's a very specific amount of.
So
It's bad drawing, but it's purposeful.
I see.
Oh, I didn't know which camera he was on.
That's all right. You're right. He was up there. And then I'm on that one.
Okay.
Oh, there's Brian.
I would like to use contact again.
Okay.
Let's see. That was 1 round. Initiated contact. What level was the Shelly? 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11, 15, 16, 20.
Oh, 1
Okay.
or
So,
0.
Yeah, I get it. So knock that down to that. And trying for the John. And I rolled a 4, which is widely successful because I can see him.
Okay.
And same thing, Mind Link. I rolled a 7. So that's again successful. John level 6, 1, 5, 6, 10, 11, 15. Okay. Just try to keep track of it.
Okay.
John! He brought you back to me.
Hello, Ein. How are you?
Becoming more evil by the day. Apparently.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It is. It is.
Evil enough to kill me?
No, I would never hurt you. I would never hurt you.
Well, I have good news.
What's that?
We get to be together for a while.
We do. And out of nowhere, you see a giant bright smile erupt on my face.
It must be good news.
No, it's not.
What's going on?
Well, you tell me. I'm here to help.
Well, we are on Count Strahd. I'm sure you know who he is. I think.
No. Is that the one there that's behind you?
Yes, he is the Vampire King. He rules over the northern lands. Kind of a dick, but he has the next weapon, and I follow him.
What part of yourself did you have to give up to get this far?
At first, my mind, because he took over it. He took it over. Even though I would have followed him without it. And now I'm not sure. But we are escorting him through this maze to get to the zombie lord. so that together they can devise a plan to take down Forsooth once and for all.
Well, I am here to help. I only have one request,
What is that?
and it is something very, very simple. I wish for you to not call me John anymore.
What should I call you?
I want you to call me Gavon.
Gavon.
Our, yeah.
Is that... So that's your real name, I presume?
It's my name now.
Do you mind me asking how you got it?
By joining back with you.
What does it mean?
It means that's my name.
Okay.
John no longer has a place in this world. Everything that I told you before has come true. So I must either adapt or go away.
I would never wish to see you go away.
And so, a new name for a new time. After all, I'm sure I can't be the first thing you've ever run into that decided to change its name when its circumstances were different.
No, Strahd did that. His original name was something else. But now that he's all powerful and whatnot and so knowledgeable, he changed his name to be a, I don't know, better figurehead or something.
There are many reasons one must change. In nature, sometimes trees will change to adapt to their environment. A kind of plant will come along and attempt to take our land, and we will grow new branches so we may reach the sunlight. But in this place, the sun is hard to find and hard to gain. So I realize that this may be the end of my journey. I hope that I can be of service.
I will do whatever I can to keep you safe. I've always tried to do that. I've always tried to follow your wishes. Where you helped me. You were the best friend when I had none. In a very dark time.
The Shellkin is here to guide you. Let everyone know that it will lead you out of the maze. May I do anything else for you at this time?
Not that I can think of. I do not know everything that you can do, except be here to keep my mind as straight as possible. Keep me on my goals.
Then put me in a safe place, whether that's your belt or your shirt, somewhere close so we may enjoy this journey together.
I will. And at that, I will. Goodbye. We shall talk later. And I ended. How many rounds?
5.
Alright. So, you see me kind of look up and look around. Got good news, everybody.
Yes?
Gavon, and I hold up the crystalline twig. That's his name now. He's adapting with new times.
Okay.
Hold on. Volmir says, Gaspar says, it is not unusual for things to adapt.
Come on. That word doesn't mean anything to me in Emeraldville, does it? The word.
It's like it's like either gift or barter or trade or something along those lines.
Okay.
But it's not like it's an elven thing where it's not a thing like that's a thing, but you're still giving something.
Gotcha.
I don't know, like a thought or like I guess advice or
Right.
something that is a thing but doesn't have mass.
Right. Not tangible.
Correct.
Intangible.
Okay. At least that's what the point I'm trying to get across. But it's
So Gavan is back with us for a while. He is going to be joining us once again. And I don't think I have a better spot than Bell. Yeah, unless I can get someone to make me a holder for him. So yeah, I guess I kind of tuck him into my belt.
okay.
He is here to help guide us, and the Shelkin is here to take us out of the maze.
Out of the maze or to our destination?
To our destination, out of the maze.
Knock on the shell and let's get going.
We're going to
Well,
the
that
other side of the maze.
May not be the same thing.
It is. You should trust Gavan. Trust Gavan. Trust in his ways. Trust the Shelkins. They know what they're doing.
Daryl, can you see Chris right now?
I can't, only because when you restarted the call, your image now is a side view, so it's more
It's vertical?
vertical rectangle,
So-
where Dan and I on my screen are horizontal
That's
rectangles.
weird.
Tilt the camera and tilt again? I don't know.
And that,
Hold on,
See,
wait.
David,
I will drop my call and come back, and now probably flip this back.
Yeah, I'll put cop back where you are, Dan.
Right, yeah.
That's
So
right.
I'll be right
Then,
back.
because before I could see Randy and Chris.
oh, I
But
see what
then
you're
once
saying.
we started the call, it changed the aspect ratio, if you want to call
Oh
it.
yeah, that makes sense. I like it when
Instead
we
of
figure
wide
shit out.
it went-
That's fun. It's like, hey, that's a reason.
Yeah, it
Well,
makes
because
sense.
if you're, what you know, on Messenger, it makes different.
Oh yeah, because you're not in desktop form.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Every
Yeah.
time somebody does it with me, it's like the whole Brady Bunch switches positions.
Yeah. No, it's not in desktop form. I'm used to desktop form, and things are a lot easier.
Okay.
I'm doing an iPad though.
Well, that's what he's doing it on. A tablet, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I'm used to desktop.
all right.
It's a
So
lot
can you
different.
see Chris now?
Oh yeah, and Randy.
So the thing that you missed that I was wanting to get across was that Chris, as I was like, yeah, he was all fired up, man, and it was like, doo doo. So
Okay, I was hearing the inflection, but I wasn't seeing that.
yeah,
Yeah.
So, okay, I'll trust
he was
what you're telling me.
yeah, he was
I'm
riding for sure.
concerned that out may not be to the zombie. Out could be the nearest way out
No.
of the maze.
When we were in the last time we were here, the Shelkin led us to Forsooth. The time before that, they helped lead us through. The Shelkin helped lead us to the Skin Piercer. They've always helped us. They've always done kind of what we asked them to, but they're guardians.
That's fantastic.
They're guardians, and yeah,
It's wonderful. It's a blessing.
yeah, their race is going extinct very quick though.
So the crystalline stick that you have is a magic item, I guess.
No. I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh.
It is
I
Gavon.
whispered
He is
to
Gavon.
Cal again. Dude, he's crazy. It's just a stick.
It's crystal. It's
It's a focus of some sort. Trust Gobot.
Roll,
No.
D.
roll percentile.
Oh, percent.
So I go, no, he was stuck in his
90
place
seconds.
and he went crazy.
The only thing
It's
I
like
can,
a split personality
it's
thing.
happening right in front of you that all of a sudden Waldor is whispering to get to
Right, and
so,
I still can't hear anything. Yeah, I get it.
Can I hear him?
you can roll percentile.
20, or no, 72.
No.
Durr.
But it's obvious that, like I said,
They're talking, but I
there's-
can't hear what they're
there's
saying.
there's
I turn my attention back
all right.
to
So
this is a blessing for Hoolan.
It's Gavon. He's his own blessing.
alrighty. So Strahd says, "Well, how do we get the beast to move? Tell it we're ready."
I walk up and I on the shell.
Okay. And like a transformer, you see it. And it just turns and starts to walk in a very steady, regular walking pace. Occasionally you hear the spear hit as it's walking. It's not like leaning on it, it's just casually kind of reminding you, Kelf, of what you used to do with your spear back in the day before that tragic thing happened that we shall not talk about. And
Yes.
you can
And that spear doesn't look like the magic spear.
no, the spear that this Shelkin has looks crude. It would be considered a crude weapon because it's like wood and it's got an arrowhead, chiseled from rock. It's obviously not steel or metal. Rock weapons aren't as sturdy as tempered
Right.
steel, and they can certainly get sharp, but they dull quicker. So that would be the difference. So this creature either is very ceremonial or doesn't trust modern weapons, or that's the culture. You're not sure.
Yeah, I wonder whatever happened to Shelley.
Well,
You guys are talking and walking, just so
Yes.
you're aware, so you can
Yeah.
do whatever you want.
depending on where we are in time, he's either not born yet or dead, or I don't know.
Only survived like a few thousand years, so
I don't know.
I kind of thought maybe he was immortal because he was the last of his kind, and
Gaspar,
yeah, there's more of them again.
Gaspar says thousands of years.
Yeah, they last a very long time. They live for a very, very, very long time.
Thousands of years.
Yes, a very long time.
You'll forgive me if
Yeah, it's almost like
If I'm
we
cynical
have
of
been
your
around
claim.
for 30,000 years, it seems, with an English grin on my face.
Well, considering the things that I've seen in my past, I'm not going to not necessarily discount you, but it doesn't really matter because you're here now.
Many amazing things do happen, that's for sure. Speaking of amazing things, Garrett, have you felt the presence of the skin piercer at all? Any mild amount, or
No,
is it still gone?
gone.
I'm so sorry.
The piece is missing.
Hey, would the twig know anything about that?
Would who?
The twig.
Who's that?
John.
I don't know who John is.
Okay, your twig.
It's not a twig. His name is Gavon. You will
Do you
address
know
him.
anything about that?
You will address him correctly by his proper title. Dwarf.
Twig.
Strahd is like,
I'm gonna keep walking. It's a fucking branch. Jeez.
Strahd.
It is Gavon.
Strahd just looks, and then turns around and looks at behind him, and then looks back, and he says, nothing at all. He just shakes his head
What do you roll, a 1?
and keeps on going.
Roll a 1.
I can see.
All right. So as I'm narrating, if there's something you all want to investigate or say,
Yeah.
just get my attention first.
There's one thing.
Oh, okay. So as you're walking, the Shelkin turtle person is leading you around corridors, and you see, it feels like you're going generally in a certain direction, but unless some of you have the ability to navigate or tell direction, you're not sure if it's north, south, east, or west. You'd certainly think that you wouldn't be going back to the entrance because nothing looks familiar, but this maze probably is so large that you wouldn't know it until it was too late anyway. And before that happens, roll me a d10! Here it comes, baby! No.
So while this is going on,
Hold on.
I want to check Aspar up.
Okay, hold on. So you go ahead and go first.
Yeah. Come
And
on.
who are you addressing?
Gavon. I pick him up. Alright, I guess I gotta talk to him. So, power. Same shenanigans, contact, roll the 6, that's successful. I'll mark that, and then an 8, that's actually, I think that's exactly what I needed. Plant, correct?
Mm-hmm. It's a plant.
No. I did pass, but it's not exactly what I
Okay.
needed.
All right.
I did pass, though. Come on.
Yes, I'm.
So, I have a question. Garrett touched one of the graves in here with Skin Piercer. And now he no longer senses his presence. According to the dwarf, who does not want to realize who you are, it is the gravestones are a trap that somehow capture one's soul and retain it. I don't know exactly what it is, but do you know where Skin Piercer would be?
Roll a d20.
Going high or low?
You went high.
Come on. I got a 15.
15? Okay. Yvonne responds with, that really isn't my area of expertise.
I understand. Your area of expertise is more along me and what I do, isn't it?
No,
Oh.
my area of expertise is trying to survive. And understanding that if I can't survive like this, maybe I can survive in another way. I wasn't always like this, if you remember.
You weren't a crystal, you were a living thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I planted you.
Yes.
And now you're this.
Yes. And I survived.
Is there a way that I can bring you back?
I don't know, is there? But don't waste your energy on that. Something tells me you'll need your energy for the future. Or whatever it may hold.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad things that's gonna happen. Lots of pain and suffering. Well, I appreciate the help.
You're welcome, mine.
Question. Second follow-up. Do I need to basically get in contact with you, I'm presuming? If I have something? Like, there's no way that you can call upon me, is there?
No.
Okay. That's what I thought. I figured I'd ask.
At least not yet. I can't tell the future.
True. Alright, thank you. And I end it. How many rounds?
Hold on. Make me a charisma check.
Ooh. Maybe not. 22.
That's a success. Okay. And then it says, just as you're getting ready to end it, you hear in your head, but he can. And you see, you fucking hear Strahd go. And up ahead, you see Bulba Rafkin.
What?
Guys?
He's 50 feet away.
And I ended, how many rounds was that?
4.
4.
And from off in the distance, you hear, before you do anything rash, you have to decide if you want to know what I know, or you want to find out for yourself.
Garrett,
Who are you, says Strahd.
we want to
I
know.
used to be running around with those assholes, but they were assholes, and now I'm better than them.
We want to know, Garrett.
And Strahd says, you're about ready to be dead.
Please, and I turn around. Please, Count Strahd. I think it is in our best interest to listen to what he has to say.
What do you think?
And I bow.
We need to know.
A regard, Skin Piercer.
Do I need to interact with this individual because his presence is disturbing? I don't like it.
We can take
We
care of
don't
it.
like it either.
We should be able to a regard, Skin Piercer.
Then you pick whoever you want to go. She stays with me. And I don't yet trust One Arm. He stays as well.
Ryan and I will approach.
Does anyone else do anything at this time?
I look back. Waldorf.
How far is Bubba Rafkin?
I said around 50 feet from the front, so that would put you at about 70.
Waldorf.
How long?
Hold on.
Yeah. Go ahead.
How close do I need to be to read lips or to be able to see his lips?
From this distance, you could certainly attempt it. There may, it's just outside of your infravision range, if I think. So you would certainly have negatives, but you can try anything.
Right. I just didn't know if I could see his lip clearly enough from where I'm at.
Kelf, do you want to do anything?
I want to, excuse me, I will move forward to where I'm at least, that 50 feet away. I want to move in and I will hold to see what happens.
Okay, so right now, I'm guessing it's hard to make out from how far away the camera is, but The Shelkin is
I
up
can't do
here.
squares, but
The Shelkin's up here. So,
yeah, and I'm at the back. Or I was with Gaspar, I
okay, so
think.
we'll just
and Walter.
use that guy there. Because he did have a figure, but I don't know. It doesn't really matter. That guy's way cooler. So right now we got these three up here like usual. Ein, Garrett, and Strahd. And then you want to go ahead and move up and to be where the Shelkin is, to be 50 feet. Correct?
Yeah, you said Garrett was moving forward, going to talk to him or something?
Just not quite yet. The only thing you heard was that discussion, and then Garrett turned to Ein and said, "Come on, let's go." So I'm giving everyone else a chance if they want to do something.
I'm wanting to
Hold on, Waldor. Go ahead, Kelf.
I move and I stop there. I don't follow Garrett and I wait right there by the shelf.
Okay. Okay, Waldor, go ahead.
I'm moving to the front.
How far up to the front? Be even with
To the
Kelf?
skeleton.
Okay. No problem. Okay, so, and you guys turn, and then you go ahead and go.
I say, Kelf, Waldorf,
Yes.
we need to know what he knows. Gavon says
That's
so.
why we're waiting.
I know. Please do not do anything. Waldorf,
I'm just here.
Waldorf, please do not do anything.
What? I am just here.
Gaspar's like, what's going on up there?
If battle breaks out, I will give us all the Rulin's bless.
Strahd's like, let the Savage Six work this out. Apparently they have old business with this thing. And then Volmir, she's gonna roll. No, Garrett, roll a d20. You want to roll high?
Come on.
Natural 20.
Okay. She
That's fine.
not only does she not act rashly in whatever fashion the DM chooses, but she actually relaxes and thinks to herself, I hope they kill him and I can spit on his grave. Okay. So
Correct my act.
you move up. Is that true or?
Yes.
Okay. So how close would you like to get?
In a non-aggressive.
Yeah, non-aggressive.
So does that mean your weapons are sheathed?
Oh, I'm holding my
Or
spear.
no,
but
you don't. Yeah, you got the spear. That's it. So
But
you
it's-
can't really sheath it.
Right.
Okay.
but it's
What
not-
about you?
Weapon is sheathed, shield's at my side, like I have it, but I'm not.
I don't remember. Was your shield good or was it destroyed?
No, it's
The only thing you lost was the sword.
Lost my
Okay. All
And
right.
then Gavon is in
Okay.
here.
So how close do you want to get to Volvarapkin?
Within
20.
20 feet, 15, 20 feet.
Okay.
I am going to try to read lips.
Okay.
And if I need to move to the left or right to get
That's fine.
past the other guy's view, I will.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that. And in this low light, there is a minus. So make sure you tell me your final total.
So 26.
26. Okay. So,
Yeah, 26.
you cannot read the people's lips who are facing away from you.
No, I'm just worried about his.
Yes, I know, but I'm saying
No, I understand.
some of
That's
this
fine.
conversation will be missing, but with that roll you are successful. So, you approach and you stop. You see this person, the face looks the same, but age has taken some of its toll. There's a little bit of white on the side of the hair, and the posture's a little less, I guess, erect or forceful. But there's a wisdom or a power in that face also. The lines and what he's wearing, the dark leather and the studs and the neck choker, or like some kind of leather I guess they call it a gorget or something that goes around his neck. And he stops and he says, "So, should I step aside, or would you like to know what I know?"
We seek the wisdom. We'd like to know.
You do not return from this. When you arrive, the negotiations will go exactly as Count Strahd wants.
He wants to fight.
He wants to fight forsooth. And Dorbengast is in agreement. But there is conditions on both sides. The first one is who will lead the forces. And there are fights between you and a champions of Dorbengast's choosing. From what I can tell, you win. And then Dorbengast asks for his payment, saying that for him to risk his empire in the maze, he must be given something. A concept that apparently you all are very familiar with. And then he stares down at your belt. And then he kind of leans over and looks somewhere in this direction. And he says, "Your choices are that," and he points to your belt, "or that which grows in Volmer. You decided that I was not worth anything in our previous travels. So I'm not going to join up with you, though it would be immensely helpful to you. I want you to realize what you lost by treating me so poorly. And I also want you to know that what I saw is none of you were willing to give up what it would take Disgusted, Strahd leaves you here. He berates you on your lack of faith, lack of loyalty. He calls you traitors. And then he's gone. No big fight to be won. Forsooth remains in whatever that is. And when you attempt to save your skins, you all fail. That is what I know. And I know it because I've been there. You can doubt me all you want. One thing I've never done is lie. Because if you lie, time will catch you. So I don't lie. I'm a good boy. I don't ask anything for this information other than you will never attack me. None of your possessions, none of you Osnan will come looking for me when this is over. Because now that you know what is in the future, you might make it out alive. If you do not agree to what I put out there, then obviously you think this information is useless. And you can carry on. So, do like you do. Go back and... Hold on. Eddie, you might want to check that. It's making a lot of noise.
Oh, excuse me, man. Sorry, buddy. I heard any red on like that since I tried to think.
Please, take your time. And then he kind of looks at you. Time. I've got all that, and you all are running out. And he kind of just walks over to the wall and does this like cool guy where he folds his arms and leans and puts like one foot in front of the other. He looks like he's one of the greasers on the...
Stay gold, pony.
Yeah. And he just...
The
and that's all he does.
The outsiders.
So, what do you guys do?
First, I look at him. We always valued the information you gave us. That has still not changed.
He just kind of looks at you blankly, as if your words
Fall on deaf ears.
aren't worth the air that carried them.
We shall return. And I look at him. Let's go talk.
Time to go.
We're
You
not-
guys go back to the others?
Well, I do have one other question.
He just raises an eyebrow.
Do you know where Skin Piercer is?
Make a charisma check with disadvantage.
Yeah, go figure. No. 14 was the highest. Or was the lowest?
Okay. He says, no, but if I did, I probably wouldn't tell you.
Yeah, let's walk back.
All right. So you guys head on back, and what?
Somebody's name. What's going on?
So was I able to see his?
Yes.
Okay.
Good news and bad news.
Vollmer goes, it's always good news and bad news. Fuck you.
Strahd.
Strahd's like, mortals.
Yes. But he does have some value.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
He
You better have something important to say, or I'm gonna fucking use his blood and write it on the next tombstone we come across.
So he's similar to me. We do similar things. One thing I never went after was the ability to mess with time. He can. According to him, which I don't doubt it, he's already been to our meeting, and he watched the negotiations with Gravemaze. According to him, everything goes well.
Yeah. Not a surprise.
You both agree to go against Forsooth under a couple conditions. First one, which is a fight between presumably Garrett and Dwarvengas's best, who will lead the charge. According to Boba Rifkin, Garrett wins that fight, and you get to lead. Now, here's where things don't go according to plan.
Yeah, it all sounds like good news so far.
Dorngas wants payment for risking his empire. I'm sure you know what that's like.
What a piece of shit.
Dorngas either wants my Gavin or her child as payment.
Easily
And
done.
neither of us at this wish to give up.
Well, of course you don't. You hold on to these things whenever I offer you immortality.
How does Volmir react to pet news?
She,
Saying she has the past.
I was gonna say, she says, of course they want the baby. Everyone does. Jesus. I mean, whatever my God is.
That's exactly what you'd say, Tim.
Count Strahd,
Yes, Commander.
you made me an offer.
Yes, I did. And it still stands. And it stands for the rest of you, too. But you specifically,
I'll look at it.
no. But relax. Yes? If you want to tell everyone else what the offer is, I'm fine with it.
Well, I don't mind anybody knowing.
I certainly don't know what you're talking about.
You know my one goal that I want.
To destroy the dragon?
I know what you've said.
I want the dragon. Dead as a toy, as a pet, the one way I will have the dragon. Can you help me do that?
That would require me expanding my goals. I'm not sure how it would serve my kingdom.
There's always somebody else to replace Forsooth. There'll always be another enemy.
You
You've had
understand?
a long time and lots more experience than I could ever wish to have. And I'm sure you know this better than any of us. When we kill Forsooth, something will try to replace him. My thoughts, considering that dragon was already showed up in where we were from one time, and it's still here from all information I've gathered. That'll be the one. That dragon will replace Forsooth. And as your Osnan, we will probably have to take it out next.
He says, once Forsooth is toppled and destroyed, perhaps my goals will change. But for them to change, I will need loyal generals. Ones that can enforce my will outside of the mists.
I don't actually laugh. That's Chris, but me and Garrett both, I'm assuming, would I be correct, Randy? Our characters both look at each other and smile.
I bend the knee.
Okay? He says, Get up. We're not there yet. I understand you mortals always think of things, what's next, because you only have so much time. I understand. But don't do that until we have accomplished what we seek to do.
Step one for Sue.
Fair
Only
enough.
worry about him.
Step one, if what that says is true, is to make sure that happens. I'm sure that since the future has been foretold, because soothsayers are always correct, as Madame Eva can attest,
What a glorious one.
you'll forgive me if I don't necessarily believe everything that comes out of that's mouth.
It's not that I don't believe it, it's that, as you said, parts of it will come true. But because we have the knowledge of it, there's a good chance that we can change it.
Well, let's worry about defeating their champions first, so we can secure
Yeah,
the
proceed.
leadership role,
Deal with the task at hand.
and then we'll reevaluate. Commander, do you concur?
I agree.
Wise.
I've only seen this slippery weasel, and I pointed toward Boba Ratkin, sneak into a room and try to attack Molnir, and then zippity-doo out. And I know you guys know him much better. I've only met him the one time, but what makes you think that he's here to help you and to give you this information without,
Because he
he's
wants
wanting something, he's got motives.
yes, and we already know them.
Strahd looks at Waldor. Ratface, what do you know of that thing?
I know he's coward. He runs every time he gets caught. He's not to be trusted. I guess out of all of us, he talked to me the most, maybe. But I know he resents a fight. Period. He's trying to run or hide from every point. He's not trustworthy at all. I personally say kill him and be done with it. Because he's always going to try to manipulate everything for him. And even if he serves somebody, he's always serving himself.
Is that
Yes, what makes him a mouthpiece for Gorbandad?
He is.
He's saying that he's going to agree to it and everything. Is he speaking for him?
No, he and I have similar things that we can do. As I tried to explain
I understand,
to
yeah.
Strahd,
You mentioned that he studied the alteration of time.
no, he can live it. There's a difference. He's already been there and he has come back.
Oh?
There's a difference. I could do it if I wanted to, but there are forces that I do not want to mess with. They
Yeah,
are.
didn't he always say the race of the protectors was like trying to stop him from interfering with time?
Yes, and you know why now, correct?
Strahd's like, why? What?
Because you made them do that. Inadvertently. When you tried to
Who made him do that?
when you tried to fix them and bring them back, the protector took your instructions a different way.
How do you know this?
Forgive me, my count, but
You notice he starts to snarl.
I've been told by by Waldor, we have ways of gathering information.
Someone better speak to this right now. Gaspar's like, what's the holdup? Strahd says, be quiet!
So, are you the one that fixed the protector then?
Did I not say
Or
so
changed it?
loudly and publicly whenever you were all in the hall? And then the DM will say, were you present for that game? Because I don't remember.
No, I was not. I was gone that
So
game.
you weren't introduced and pushed into the room and said to come up?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but, I thought that was the one after that.
All right, anyway, that's what he says.
So,
So that's why you all were, that's what you learned when you were investigating the throne. Kelf mentioned something about it, but I did not understand until this moment the ramifications of, well, a lot of things. It does not change the mission. We must defeat Bjorn Gas champions so we have control of the army and not that foolish, doddering, incompetent thing. Everything is a thing. Why can't anything be?
so what are we giving up then?
The thing that I see, here's the problem that I see. It's what he wants, what he wants, what he wants. There's never concern on what our wants are.
Dorm gas?
Yes.
You've made it clear that you wish for the dragon to be
Well,
destroyed.
what I'm saying in this immediate moment is they're going to want a trade of the branch or the baby, and I have to defeat the champion. What do we get out of this?
Leadership.
We lead the armies.
And what else? He's wanting
His
multiple
support.
things.
What do you mean, what else?
His support. Garrett.
Will he guarantee it?
We get the crown from Forsooth when we defeat him.
Will he guarantee it? That's what I'm wondering.
That's a question for the count.
There's
Okay. I see what you're saying. There will be magics in place. Let's see, how do I remember what it was like when I gave a shit about things that you people do? There's a thing called a contract. And the Vistani has a contract with me. They get to come back and forth through the mists if they provide fresh cattle for me.
Gotcha.
So they know what will happen if they do not honor their part.
They become cattle.
If Dorbengas, that foolish, undead, creating whatever he is, attempts to not honor the outcome of that champion's combat, then we will destroy him. And then we won't necessarily have, unless some of you can control undead, we will not have that army at our side.
We get the army.
I can control a little bit, but
We
Not
we
an
get
army
the
as
army,
far.
and as Strahd said, we can just destroy them if they try to back out. That being said, circling back around to what he wants, and I point down the way to Boba. When we are finished with all of this, and we have the weapons, and we serve as your Osnan, he wants us to not go after him. He wants to be safe from our persecution.
so he wishes to take someone's place then.
He
No.
wishes to be left alone.
He wishes to be left alone.
No, you're not reading between the lines. He wants to be left alone to do his own bidding. But his bidding is to take a
He
place
is
of
not
somebody.
Powerful.
He wants
enough.
to be left to his own bidding so that we won't interfere and he will get his place of power.
He is not powerful enough for that.
No, but he can keep going back and changing things over and over and over until he gets it right.
If he can manipulate time, that is a great power indeed.
Every time that you
There's
try
no-
I
to...
wonder how much of this is him playing around with the threads of time.
How do we know
Still.
that he's still trying to do that as many times as he messed that up?
Bulmer says there was a thing where he couldn't like go back to the same place he's already been, so
Yeah.
I'm not so sure how
He can't.
that can actually work like you're saying. It's,
Right, he can't. But he can send others back.
No, he can't. No,
No.
he can't.
Yeah, but that was then. How about now?
He can't.
He's surely more powerful than he was then.
That may be true, but he cannot.
Maybe he found something that lets him do that. Which brings me to my next question is does anybody know if the zombie lord has something that lets him control the army of undead? Because if he does, then perhaps I can command them then. If I place such an object upon me.
That would be Strahd. Question for
I don't know, but that certainly would be great if it was something that
So
could be
taken away.
taken. And perhaps that is something that I can ask about during the negotiation. I also may have to ask for volunteers if it is needed, if I feel like it is so. I can perform a dark ritual which will bind the outcome to whoever participates. And if they attempt to not fulfill the agreement, they will suffer. Let's just say they will, there's no
Dire
way,
consequences.
they will not be able to continue to exist. But this is dangerous dark rituals. This isn't anything, even you, right, Mr. Lefty, this is beyond even you, I guess. Well, I'm willing to learn. Shut up.
So, again, the question comes, what are we giving up?
For Boba?
He says the problem went, the problem came, we weren't going to give the baby up, we weren't going to give the twig up. So which are we giving up?
Yeah, who's demanding these things?
Dwarvengast.
Is it Ratkin?
No,
Dwarven
Dwarven cats. The zombie.
Well, let's move on. Why are we waiting on
I'm
this guy?
inclined to agree.
Yep.
Let's keep moving. We'll burn that bridge when we get there.
I'll set a fire.
I think the obvious answer is the crystalline branch that you carry. You can't give away a life.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, he thinks that branch is alive. That branch is dear to him.
It has some magical focus that he's connected to.
He will die before he'll give that up.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Yeah, I look back as
Volmir, you want to give away your baby?
He, you can see that he seems to be straightening up his gear as if he's going to do something, not a threatening gesture, just
Right.
like checking his possessions.
Count, if I may, I say we move along.
I agree. Give the order, Commander.
Let's move out. Let's go.
So we're not going to kill him an hour
No,
later?
we will not,
Not now.
Garrett.
Okay, so you guys turn around and fall back in. The Shellkin moves up to the front, and unless somebody says different, you go back to where you were in the marching order.
I'll stay in the middle with Gaspar and Walden.
Okay, that's different. So Volmir will still remain in the back.
As I go past Rifkin, I'll say, time does not seem to be on your side.
This always happens.
It does.
Make a charisma check.
Oh my god.
Disadvantage. Every fucking time.
So at the 26 for the first one. Oh, and a 27 for the second one.
Okay. He just kind of, as you walk by, the Shellkin doesn't even acknowledge Bubba Rapkin's presence. And then next is Ian and Garrett.
I don't give him a second look.
Okay.
I don't care about
Okay.
him.
You don't even bother. You can see Strahd kind of sneer, and Bubba Rapkin just remains in that same gentle repose against the wall. Waldor, you kind of move over to the other side of...
No, I'm just going to look at him and say that.
Okay.
I'm just staying,
And,
staying where I'm at.
He just smiles, and then he kind of looks down at you, and he literally does this.
I turn my ass towards him.
Okay, considering
Get you on your knees for that.
what you're wearing, it doesn't really do anything. And then Volmir walks past, and she... Garrett, roll me a d20.
A one!
So you all pass by Bubba Rapkin and continue on. All right. Whatever light manages to eke its way down these dark walls is slowly fading. As you look up, you can see just very thin portions of the sky, the cloudiness, and it's fading. I would like Waldor to roll a d12. If you can find one.
Well, I have one here, but...
Just use 2d6.
It's not the same.
Yeah, that guarantees nothing happens.
Well, there's one.
What else is there?
Just the one.
Well,
Isn't that special?
all right. So, I need
I
all
was
of
trying
you.
to find my other die, my other D12.
I need all of
wanted to roll
you.
that one instead.
All of you to make charisma checks, please. Volmir fails. 19.
22.
Garrett,
28.
success. Kel. Kelf,
24.
success. Waldor, success.
22.
All right.
Lowest success.
That's a
of the-
success. No, well, Volmir failed.
Oh. Yay!
She got a 19. All right, so as you're continuing to push on and starting to get dark, those of you without infravision have to decide if you want to get out a torch or, a lamp and use the last bit of your lamp oil, or if you want to create a place to stop. Though you may not be tired, it depends on if you want to keep traveling in the dark, because the demi-humans don't seem to have an issue.
Let's find a place to hold up for the night.
Why?
We can't see like you can.
Because some of us can't see.
Oh, I can fix that. Is that the only problem?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Alright, well, I can fix that because I'm the fixer.
Okay, that's new.
Nice to do is to let us use the fluffer too.
Right. He's gonna start fluffing them Garfields.
I don't know what that means. You mean these cigars?
It's a show.
Right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. No, there was. Whose line is it anyway? It was a thing that happened on that show.
I used to watch that when I was on Comedy Central, but then they did the American version and then I quit watching. And it's probably just as good.
I like the one that had Drew Carey. And I'm pretty sure that's the American version, but Drew Carey and the cast did a pretty good job.
Are you looking up a spell?
Yeah. So I need an object for whoever wants one.
How long would this last?
Well, 1 hour. How long's a turn?
10 minutes?
10 minutes. So 2 hours and 10 minutes for one, or let me look at the other one.
We need something that can get us through the night.
Oh no.
Your freaking candle.
Use my shield. Make it a light source.
Dude, we just need a continual light. In this,
Kyle, I'd like to search the hallway,
I'd like to ask you a question too.
see if I can find a light switch.
Oh, I shouldn't have hit that. No, cancel. Oof, that was almost a fuck up.
Keep
Okay,
one up
well-
the horn.
Perception check.
Okay, so I can do something that's permanent. So if you have something that you you can put away when you don't want it anymore, this will last forever.
That's the ceiling fan, sorry.
Let me look at something.
Did you hear that, Gary?
No, I did not.
So
Shoot.
if you have an object that you can put away, you want to get that object out. I can give you light permanently. So when you don't want the light anymore, you just put the object away and it'll hide the light.
A coin?
And it can be a coin or anything.
Yeah, I got a
A
coin.
stick, whatever you want.
I pull out a. It doesn't need to be a certain size.
No, anything. You can get a coin, anything.
Do I still have a? Oh, I have to look at my other sheet.
It doesn't want to be, you don't want anything worth anything. But, well, it'll eventually consume the object, but the harder the object, the longer it'll take. If you give me a piece of steel, you're probably going to die before it's gone. It's used up.
I got
All of
a fucked
those-
up sword.
All of those tokens we got were wooden discs, weren't they?
Yeah, well, a lot of those were.
Yeah. That's not my character. That's not this character. That's not this character.
Hey, Volodymyr, do you have any of your armor left? Or did you,
We gave back.
throw all the pieces away?
I didn't feel the need to carry it, so.
Well, I know, but I didn't know if maybe you had part of it that was good or something. That you got.
No, it was ruined by bug juice.
Wow.
I got a silver coin.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got silver and gold on me.
Well, expensive items last longer too, but harder items last the longest. But just give me a coin.
Gaspar says you can cast it if you have something like you said, a stick, so you don't want to.
I mean, a stick ain't good. A stick might last years, but it's still going to be for a long time.
I'm guessing you're going to cast continual light.
Yeah.
Yeah, just if you don't want to use one of your coins, you can pick
really
whatever
have no
else.
purpose for it.
Okay.
There's no twigs or branches laying around here, right?
Unfortunately
There's nothing
not.
in this maze
It's
at
not
all
like stones,
that I see.
pebbles.
Not unless you want to go back where that cave was.
Could you imagine me on a battlefield with my shield shining all the time?
I agree with him. You want to be able to conceal it.
So that's why I say silver coin.
Yeah. Silver coin, gold coin, probably silver. Do you know about how long that would last? Like a silver coin?
Forever.
100 years.
Okay.
I mean, the coin will get used up eventually, but it'll be longer than you guys
I
have to
pull out a
live.
silver coin.
Yep, silver coin.
Okay. So I take the silver coin from each of them. I put it on the ground.
I guess he has to do this twice.
We're gonna find out.
Right. What do I know? I'm
So-
not a priest.
I take out my holy symbol.
Addy had this spell.
And I take the coins and move away from Strahd.
Okay.
So I turn my back to him, I put him on the ground, so I try to, 30 feet from him or whatever, so whatever the farthest distance in the group from him is.
Well, you can go a long ways away if you want. You're nothing but a huge maze.
No, in the group. I want to stay in the group, but the farther distance
Okay.
to the end of the group.
That would be in the back by Volmir.
So I put him on the ground, I take out my holy symbol, and I kneel on the ground and I go, "O great Lord of light and all power of seeing, I call thee down to enlighten this object for as long as it lasts, so that all may see with it." And I cast continual light on it.
And what happens?
So it should start glowing, and it will light an area of 60 feet radius globe. So it is as bright as full daylight, and it will last until negated by magical darkness or dispel magic. And if it's brought into magical darkness, it will cancel it out.
So that's exactly what happened. You all saw Waldor walk to the back of the group, set some coins down, cast a spell. Suddenly he has to do it
Well,
twice.
I cast it twice, but
Yeah.
once an inform.
And the first one you see, it's like, it starts to and then it just goes, and a globe where you can see everything, and all the demi-humans are like, my fucking eyes.
I quit. Turn away. Ah.
And the humans, just for a second, they put their hands over there and they're like, holy shit. I mean, you can see pretty much everything now. Past 60 feet, it's dark. So there you go. So,
You cup that in your hand.
Is it warm? Is it warm to the touch?
No.
Even better. Thank you.
so you both go back there and pick it off the ground?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of palm it so it doesn't shine in their eyes.
Pretty much, yeah.
So
And you guys lead the way and we'll follow.
what you realize is that carrying a coin in your hand that is got a continual light spell on it, you're like this, right? So anything it can't go through, it's going to be dark. It's like if you had a flashlight, right?
Right.
But as you walk, that means there's shading and shadows being created constantly. If you're behind people, they're creating shadows in front of them. you know, if you had a flashlight that was that powerful, you know, that's pretty fucking kick-ass, but you do realize whenever you do anything with it, light's gonna spill out unless you're very careful. So there's almost all good, but there could be significantly bad with it if proper care is not taken. I mean, this is like gonna attract whatever. I mean, you can see it from outside of darkness.
Right, just like
It's
you
like
and
you
I
can
can
see,
see
yeah.
a single candle from a couple football fields away.
The problem is that when you're in the radius itself,
Right.
it doesn't allow you to see,
Outside of that.
yeah. But that's still, if, let's say that another light is outside of that radius, then you can still see that light because that's a separate source. So that's the way that works. So make sure
This
you write
is-
that on your sheet. You both
Yeah.
now have 2 continual light coin, or you each have 1 continual light coin.
So get rid of one of
So
them.
does that work for you guys?
Hold on, Waldor. Go ahead, Cal.
My old friend, the Elven Mage, Prince B, made me a stone with that enchantment on it before, and I created a headband that had a cover on it so that I could wear it that way. And eventually I gave it to a person who needed it more than I did. Very useful item.
Gaspar says, you knew him? I knew him.
Yes, I did. I was going to ask you about that. I've heard your name when we were studying magics together. I'll have to, we'll have to reminisce sometime.
Not to ask too much, but do you know if you can make another one of those?
I have some materials. I've been working that warg hide, but we really haven't rested and taken any breaks. So it's kind of in the process right now. We'll see what I have. See if I should have some left.
There's some way to attach it to my helm.
Right. I mean, that'd be fantastic. It'd free up our hands if we needed to.
At the moment, we're kind of
No.
marching on.
No.
So when we
Not
have
now. I'm
time,
saying
I'll see what I can do.
Alrighty, I appreciate it.
Well,
Yeah.
Strahd says, if you wish to stop,
I'm good to continue now.
that's fine. If you don't, that's fine as well.
The whole idea of creating this light source, and so we could continue.
All right. Let us carry on.
Humans, please
I,
move to the front.
Okay.
I kind of look back. Strahd, I have a question. Can you see in the darkness? Found a light source. Chris doesn't even know this one, actually. I think he'd be able to, seeing as he can't be out in the daylight, but he's always out at night, because that's what they do, but I don't know, actually.
Shine it on him and find out if it hurts.
I don't want to.
I'm just kidding, of course.
I say yes, even more clearly. This is what Google says.
He says, I love the night. And that's all he says.
Okay.
All right, so you all continue on. And whatever your state of being is, there you are. Just after stopping and getting some food or no, just after stopping and creating the light, and you continue back on, there is a sound, a rumbling, but not thunder, because this rumble seems to be coming from all around you. And you all sense a little bit of vibrations in the ground. As you all...
Does this remind us of the underbugs before they would strike?
A little, yeah.
It's a tremor.
The underbugs. I think they're coming.
At least we have a Shelly here. They like eating them.
Right.
Okay, does anyone, you guys just keep going and ignore the sensation of the ground?
Is it
Well, I'm
trembling?
standing
Is it
there going,
continuous?
no, it's a tremor.
Yeah, it's continuous.
Okay, it's not stopping.
And as a matter of fact, it seems like the sound's getting louder.
Oh, great.
I put my hand on the wall. Do I feel the wall vibrating
You
too?
do.
You
This
better
must
run.
be really big.
It could be a collapse, an earthquake.
Well, we better get moving.
All right, so I double time it.
So you guys take off
match.
running? Okay.
We can't go too fast because I don't know how fast the bug can keep.
Yeah, the bug has one move.
Oh, wow.
So it moves at it. When you all think you want to run off, you can certainly do that, but you'll probably leave the bug behind. Except for Waldor, who he will move twice as fast and move the same rate as the bug. So the bug can move slower than its full, or it can move at its full, which is 12. So, what do you all do?
Keep going at the pace we're at. Can't leave the bug, can't leave the corpse, can't leave Wolf.
All right. Strahd
I tell the bug to move as fast as it can.
Strahd will change and turn into a bat and fly away. Does anyone else do anything upon seeing that? We'll start with Diamond.
Ah, shit.
Volmir
No.
gets out her bow and just is getting ready to fire.
I pull out my sword.
Waldor,
I go, Gavin, get ready for this.
anything?
I pull out my bow. Special bow.
Kelf?
I will hold my action, which is attack, until something attacks me.
And Gary.
Got everything ready. Trying to keep an eye out, shine that light wherever I can.
Okay. So previously you all made charisma checks, and Volmir failed, which means busting out from the wall, similarly to what you've all encountered in the Eternal Viewing Place, is this creature. And I don't know if you remember what attacks it had, but you're about ready to find out. So
I don't remember.
it busts out, and I need, no one is surprised. So she was holding her attack. She gets to fire. And that is a hit. She does 4 points of damage. This creature
Drops.
This creature, it appears to be. Well, first of all, where are the coins? Where are the coins making light?
Forward,
Up front.
up front.
That's
Yeah.
where we're at.
Okay, and are they in your hands or?
Yes.
So what do you do with the shield or the spear as you carry?
Think of that.
Right. But I guess yours would have been away. I would have had my sword in the scabbard and lighting it. Just using mine. And then when this thing breaks through, so see, this is still
And
a
what-
shield I have
hold
to
on.
carry, so it's not a buffer, which means I actually do have to carry it.
What are you doing with yours? What did you put away? The shield or the spear?
The shield.
Okay. All right. So
Attach it to my back.
Right.
she does that. Everyone else's action is not unless somebody wishes to move. And
So is this one of those underbugs then, or is it?
No,
I can't see the big.
Can you see that?
No.
We can,
It.
Not even remotely.
Let me see if I can pull up a picture.
please describe the bunion.
Yeah. All right. Describe the bunion. What?
Sure ain't a fluffy muffin,
Let's
a fluffy
see.
mumford, or is it a lumpy Frank?
Okay, let's see what this says here. La, 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 la. It appears as a large humanoid made of black rock with apparently some type of gems for eyes and some type of metallic striations or veins of this metallic ore in its humanoid body. It has a cold, expressionless face, but the two eyes do sparkle. It has a mouth-like opening, and the sounds that you hear are the grinding of stone and stone and the rumblings of the earth moving. Okay, so,
And it moves from the wall.
yes. So, it is now actions. Like I said, unless somebody wanted to move up and attack it, the only one that could reach it would be Kelp if you wanted to fight it hand to hand. Now, just so you realize, if you move up and attack it, it will get to attack you back.
I understand that. I am not moving up to attack, but I would like to know how far away am I from it.
You are like 6 squares. Specifically, you are, 6.
30 feet.
All right. So, hearing nothing, we go to actions, and we'll start with Volmare. Attack. Undead bug.
Nothing. I have it move away from the fight.
Move. Okay. Waldor.
I'm going to observe it for 1 round.
Gaspar will start casting a spell. Kelp.
Casting.
Oh, Brian, what did you miss? You missed some time-traveling asshole that these people used to know to come and give them information, and they had to decide if they wanted it or not, and it was fucked up information, which of course it was, and then they went on their merry way. So now they're fighting an earth elemental. Cling! All right.
Yay.
So let's get on some battle music, eh? You see? I will find some. Battle music D&D.
Yeah. Get him. How the fuck?
Okay, well this shit, this is 6 hours. Damn. Let's see if this will play. Uh-oh. Did you stop? Is that too loud, Daryl?
I guess not. I can hear it, but it's not overwhelming.
That's at 50%. All right. So, attack, move, observe, cast a spell, Kelf, action.
Casting.
Strahd has done what he's doing. Garrett,
Can I ask a question first?
well, heck yeah.
Are we still feeling the ground shaking all around us,
Yes.
or has that ceased?
No, it's still there.
Okay, then I'm gonna continue to look forward, even though I know he's busted out, trying to see if something else is coming from in front of us.
Okay. Fine.
I move.
Roll initiative, Garrett. Speed F4.
And just double checking. Strahd is not there, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
We are delayed.
Oh no, you guys are delayed. Alright, so nobody on very fast. On fast. Anyone that would have went on very fast goes then, and that's none of you. On average. My side one initiative. So the creature goes first. And it goes over to Paul Volmir with its two powerful fists. First attack. That is a 19. Slam! She gets hit hard. And no chance of knockdown. She only takes 4 points of damage. Second attack. Another 19. No chance of knockdown. And 10 more points. So Volmir takes 14 points of damage. And now it's everyone else's turn. So anyone that would have went on fast before goes now. Anybody?
Yeah, movement or action.
Anybody have an action on fast? No? Okay. Oh, okay. Make a perception check.
And level? 32.
Intelligence.
Intelligence.
30.
30. Okay.
Can we do a level check?
Okay. You use your turn. You look out and you because you're using this as your action, you roll with advantage.
Even worse.
Okay. Well, we gave it a good college try. As far as you know, you got your light coin in your hand. You're pointing it out there. You see nothing coming. I will say, however, that the sound with the 30, I mean, I got to give it to you. It sounds like there's more sound coming from back here than anywhere up in front. It's probably echoing. Okay. So, anyone else that would have went on fast?
Yeah, basically I just moved next to Waldor and spotlight the creature.
When you say Waldorf, behind
Next, if I can.
or here in that
Yeah.
square? Okay, and you
And
say
I spotlight. Yeah. I
Okay.
spotlight the creature.
So when you do that,
Hopefully I don't fucking fall.
Waldor and Kelf
Everybody.
and Volmir, you are all temporarily blinded. All right. So if anyone would have went on average, you go.
I go now.
You go now.
Almighty Kahundan, let the skill of love guide our strikes, and the force of Morrigan land our blows. Let Dying Keck bless our attacks.
That's as far as the creature
And
can go.
I am casting
Actually.
prayer.
The creature would go. The creature can't go much of anywhere. Well, I can go move through friendly, so I guess it would go. Okay. You cast what?
Prayer.
Okay, and what does prayer do?
I bring special favor upon myself and my party, and it causes harm to my enemies. Those in the area of effect, which is a 60-foot radius, when the spell is completed.
That's everybody.
Okay, great.
If you want, I guess.
We all get +1 to our attack, our damage, and any saving throws we make. The enemies, which means the monster, gets -1 to all attacks and damage and saving throws he might make. And this is not a concentration spell. It is cast, and then I can go about my business.
Right on.
And the
Okay.
duration is 13 rounds.
Is it centered on the caster?
Yes, right now where I'm at, a 60-foot
Okay.
radius.
All right. So yeah, that's everybody, and you get to pick who you want. Like you just said, friends are +1, enemies are -1.
Correct. That's
And
no, I don't pick targets. It's everything is effective.
well, let's say you were a traitor and you wanted Volmir to die. Could you pick? What is this
You
supposed?
know,
My thing is, I think you can. So I'm not saying you should, but I'm just saying so. But you're playing it straight up where the people that are
Yeah.
your comrades get the bonus. The obvious
The
attacking
only
fuck
one
gets the
suffering a
minus.
penalty is the
Okay.
stone creature.
So just for future reference, I think that should be a thing you get to pick.
Okay,
Like the,
I like
I
that.
mean, it's not going to change much if ever, but you never know.
No, the odd one.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so that just happened. Anyone else then that would have went on fast? No?
That was average. I'm sorry. That
Oh,
was
I'm
average.
sorry, that would have went on average.
After I did
Or-
mine, I would move at the end of the round.
Okay, so yeah, so Volmir gets to attack. So he's reading. So why don't Garrett and roll first attack for her?
That's, I don't know what Thaco is.
Just what'd you roll?
I rolled the natural 11.
I think her Thaco is
That should be around
is
a-
4.
I was gonna say that should be like
So
negative.
-7
Okay, that's a hit. Roll a D8.
+1, 5 points.
And you roll the second attack with the other short sword. Oh, maybe fumble. Maybe. Oh no! We got a critical fumble. Roll it again.
She's going to give birth right here, right now.
And then a failure there. Holy
She
shit!
rolled 2 ones on the third.
Yeah, that's
Two
critical.
on a 30, 1 on a 20.
Holy
That's
nice.
Sorry,
oh,
man. I'm
man.
glad it was you and not me.
I like Daryl's laugh in the back.
I'll text her now. See ya.
Good stuff.
Okay, so first things first.
Nice knowing you.
Kelf, roll me a 30.
14.
So she hits herself for a point of damage.
Oh.
But roll another 30, Kelf.
2.
She has she suffers an attack of opportunity from the creature. Waldor, roll me a d20.
10.
Okay, roll 2d10. Add them together.
3.
Well, that wasn't very good. And roll another d10.
6.
Okay, and now you roll a d30.
Really?
Yep. 8. Okay, roll a evens odds.
Okay. Even.
She throws her sword out of her left hand. Roll a d12.
Directional.
Sticks in a bug, chopping its leg off. The body falls and explodes.
Corpse explosion. Appropriate music.
What'd you get? 8, you said? She throws it that way, so the sword ends up over here against the wall. And that is the end of her turn. So she yeah. Okay. We now go to the end of the round. Gaspar's spell goes off.
Undo.
And he gave me his list of spells that I will pull up once again.
Turn earth elemental to water. Turn alpha into nothing.
He will cast lightning bolt. Ah, you're too close. Don't do it.
Yeah. That's a massive.
He will cast magic staff. A magical staff appears. He moves up to strike it. Waldor, roll a d20 for Gaspar.
Three.
He misses. All right.
So is that the bug that's in the very back?
Yeah, you said you wanted to get out of combat, and the thing's 20 foot wide. Well, actually, I guess I fucked that up, didn't I?
Oh.
So her sword's here.
Okay. I thought the bug was going to move the other way. But that's,
Well, you can move it whichever way you want.
I wanted it to move towards the party, not away from the party.
It was in the middle, so it has to go
Oh,
left
the
or
thing?
right or stay there.
Oh, the thing came out. I thought the thing came out at the very back.
It did. The bug was up here.
Right. So
It was
I
in the
thought the
middle of
bug
the
was
party.
going to move to the right. You're right, not my right.
Yeah, that's fine. There.
That's fine. And then this is the end of the round now, right?
Yes. So people that haven't
Okay.
moved can take half moves. She will not
Well,
because she will be subject to he will
I
not
was
because he will be
observing.
subject.
I was observing the creature in an attempt to see if
Well, guess
I
what?
could.
That would be great, but Ein took that Litecoin and went. So
Oh.
your action was ruined. No, nothing.
Oh,
Sorry.
Nice invention.
Okay. Anyone want to take a half move at the end of the round?
Yes.
You want to go which way? Towards the creature?
But I want, if I can do things while I'm moving, I want to do that.
What do you want to do?
put the coin in my pocket and get my shield off my back.
Well, you can switch weapons by dropping one and drawing another, which means you can drop the coin and get your... You can't stow it.
Okay.
So do you drop the coin?
No.
Okay. Okay. Cal, did you want to move?
I do not.
Okay. And this creature will turn around and reach into its pouch and grab some kind of leafy thing and eat it. Okay.
And I can't see at the end of the round. Is that correct? Or can I see now?
At the very end of the round with all options, I mean, you can still move while you're blind if you want.
No. I just wanted to know if I could see at the end of the round where everybody is.
So now at the end of the round, you've had your one round of your eyes adjusting, so all of the demi-humans can see again, and that is it. So,
all right, can I say something then still?
Sure.
Everybody back away from the creature.
Okay. We now go to round technically number 3. So we have actions. Balmir. She will withdraw. Garrett.
I will step backwards.
You want to withdraw or do you want to move?
Withdraw.
You can also ready in case the thing attacks you, but you still get that half move. What we used to call guard. Guard is a half move in the action, but readying is what we're calling it now.
Okay.
Okay, Gaspar will withdraw. Kelf.
I will ready my attack if he attacks me.
Okay. Waldor.
Spell.
Hein.
Power.
All right. Shelkin. Chew its cud. All right. This time, Kelf, roll initiative, please.
1-on-1.
Beat a 6.
1-on-1.
10.
Oh, you were delayed again.
That punches all.
All right, so
Damn it anyway.
nobody goes on very fast. Then we go too fast, and if anyone would have went on very fast, they go on fast.
Yeah. Alright. I'm using a power. And it is... Let's see, I can't do that. That doesn't make sense.
Did you want to take a half move before you take your action, or do you want to stay where you were?
If Wallor's here, I think I'm fine here. He said move away from the creature. If he's here, he should be safe.
Okay.
Whatever he's doing.
Well, actually, you couldn't move yet.
Right.
Sorry, I fucked it up.
Yeah, because we'd be delayed until. Alright.
My bad, internet.
12 for biofeedback. Yeah, that's plenty good.
Success? Okay.
So, nothing visual happens, but it's the biofeedback, which means my armor class is reduced and my damage that I take is reduced.
Sounds good. Is there anything that? Is there any appearance change?
That's what I was saying. Nothing was physical. It's
Okay.
all
right.
Nothing to me. How I envision the things working, nothing would be physical until I actually got hit.
Okay.
Nothing could be seen until I
Okay.
actually got hit.
So that was fast. Now we go to the winner side of average, which is the creature. So it gets to attack before any of you people get to move. So it will turn. Giving Volmir an attack of opportunity on it if she wants. Which she will take. Roll.
That'd be armor class of -3.
That's a hit. Roll roll d8.
9 points of damage. This
Plus 4. 13.
13.
Did you do the +1 because of
Because I
his?
rolled an 8. That's when the
Okay.
kid did 9. I didn't know about the
All right. And she hit once before, right? So. Okay. Slicing a nice chunk off the side of this creature. It then takes its arms, spreads them out wide, and blasts rock from it directly at these 3 individuals right here. Garrett, Gaspar, and Kelf. All of you need to make a save versus death magic, please.
Remember, it's +1 because of the spell.
Gaspar rolls a 5 and fails. Garrett,
I made it by 8.
Kelf,
14. I needed a 6.
that's a success. Okay, so Gaspar takes 8, 10, 15 points of damage. Everyone else takes half, 7.
Ouch.
As a blast of rock and fine particles sandblast you, Gaspar right in the front, he's like, "Rah!" And he is knocked down because he failed his save and he takes the damage. The others, you are sprayed and it hurts, but you get to remain where you are. Okay. And now we go to everyone else. So that would be loser side of average, which would be whoever would go on fast. So everyone wants to move, I suppose, unless you're changing your action, which Volmir will not, so she will move. Gaspar, Garrett,
I will not change mine. I will move.
how far? That's 6.
Let's just, can I do a half move?
Yes.
I do a half
So
move.
half move for you is, I think, 7 or 8.
Yeah.
So do you want to go 6, 7, or 6? Okay. You already went. So Kelf, your ready is not done. Okay, so that's it. Gaspar will get up with a half move, and then he's stuck. And then we go to Waldor.
I go on slow now.
Well, you're it.
Okay.
So in case you
So-
can't see, Gaspar is
10 feet.
5 feet away from the creature, and you are 10, 20 feet from the creature, and Gaspar is giving the creature partial cover from your square, if that matters. I don't know what your cat are doing.
So I take out a piece of clay, I pour some water on it to make it moist again, and then I, with my holy symbol circling over it, I call upon the power of Erdlin, God of death and destruction, to come forward and transmute this dirt and stone into more pliable and brittle. And then I raise it up and I freaking like point my hands out and I cast Soften Earth and Stone. And it's going to be in a line going across where the creature would fall in it, so it would be on the dirt and going up the walls. And I can do 10 yards per level, so that should be 70 yards in a straight line, centered on the creature.
Okay.
So,
Let me. I'm not doubting you. I just am having a hard time visualizing what that means on the map. So let me look that up. Is it like a thin line, or is it affect a 5-foot square of
the
line?
area effect is 10 square feet per level.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. The range is 10 yards. So I'm within range. It's 10 square feet per level. So it'd be 70 square feet in a line.
Okay, so 70 square feet is 70 feet by each side. So you want it to affect only the creature, or you want it to affect dirt around the creature, or what is it?
It would be the dirt. It's not casting at the creature. I'm just saying that that's where I'm wanting it to fall.
Okay.
So it's going to be at the dirt below it.
Okay. And
So if possible, I just want the creature caught in this area.
okay. So, and the spell, I'm guessing, doesn't say anything about if something is caught in the area, what it should do?
No, it does.
Okay, what does that say?
Alright. So, when the spell is cast, all natural, undressed earth or stone in the area of effect is softened. Wet earth becomes thick mud, dry earth becomes loose sand or dirt, and stone becomes soft clay, easily molded or chopped. The priest affects a 10-foot square area to a depth of 1 to 4 feet, depending on the toughness or resilience of the ground at that spot, DM's option. Magical or enchanted stone cannot be affected by the spell. Thus, I assume the creature is magical, and thus I didn't cast it on it. Creatures attempting to move through an area soften into mud or reduced to a move of 10 feet per round. Any creature caught within the mud when the spell takes effect must make a saving throw of paralyzation or lose the ability to move, attack, or cast spells for 1 to 2 rounds, as they are floundering about in mud. Loose dirt is not as troublesome or mud. Creatures are only reduced to half their normal movement rate, with no chance of being incapacitated for a round or 2. However, it is impossible to run, sprint, or charge over either surface. Stone softened in the clay does not hinder movement, but it does allow characters to cut, shape, or evacuate area they may not have been able to affect. Natural vertical surfaces, such as cliff faces or cavern ceilings, can be affected by softened earth and stone.
All right.
Usually, this causes a moderate crash or landslide.
Dan, that's good.
So I was hoping maybe the sides of the stone would collapse partially and fall in on it.
Okay. Cal, roll a d20. And roll 2 of them.
Okay,
And what's the lowest one?
10.
A 10. Okay. So, you cast the spell. The ground around underneath this earth elemental begins to change. It starts to take on a different look, and the elemental starts to sink a little bit, and the rumbling even quiets down for a second. And as the sides of the walls, they turn a little bit softer, and you see them flake off just a tiny bit. The creature starts to fall and sink down in the dirt. And it's quiet just for a second before this meaty hand shoots up, grabs the edge of the area of effect, and you see it pick itself up, and you gather that this creature, made of the thing that you're actually messing with, apparently can move through it with no issues, and it returns to the area unaffected.
Okay.
Anybody
Yeah.
else?
That accomplished what I was wanting to know.
Okay, so Gaspar's still stuck, and does anyone else want to move?
Yes, I withdraw.
Okay, so you're ready to action, so you can't do it, so you're just going to take a half move somewhere.
Yes, away from the creature.
Well, so you're still 4 squares away right now. So how far away do you want to get?
I will move another 4 squares.
And would you like to be behind Garrett or off to the left in a more open
To the
area?
left.
Okay, so
To
we'll
the left.
put you right there.
Thank you.
All right. And as far as I know, no.
If I can move just the end of the round.
Well, you withdrew.
Okay.
At least I thought that's what you
Yes.
said. Okay. So yeah, everything's done. So at the end of the round, if there's any maintenance or anything to be paid, you would do that. Gaspar looks around and goes, "Hell." Okay. We go to round 4. Round 4, and we'll start with actions. Gaspar. He says, withdraw. Then we go to Waldor, who's closest.
Spell.
Ein.
Is 4 fast or average?
4 on a spell is average.
Okay.
Do you have a like the? All right.
We'll come back to you. Garrett.
I'll move up to attack.
Kelf.
Casting.
Bug remain where it is.
Yes.
Okay. Shelly remains. Volmir. She's like, transform, bitch. And we come back to Ein.
Can I do this without an action? Drop the shield, put the coin in my offhand, pull a sword.
Yes.
Okay. So that's just without an action.
The reason you can do it without it being an action is because you're not stowing
Right.
something.
All right.
That's really all it is.
Right.
Okay.
So. Attack.
All right. Who has a roll? Waldor's turn. Roll initiative. Beat a 6 again. A 2. Okay. So anybody on very fast? No. Anybody on fast? Who wants to go first? I guess Garrett goes first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 is half move, so you get all the way up there without issue, and you attack with the spear. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
That is a armor class of -8.
That is a hit. Roll Dinkus.
+1.
Remember, this is large.
Yep. 12 points.
So you're doing weapon damage, and then your strength and your mastery, and then +1.
Yes.
Okay. 12.
Yes.
Okay, the creature is starting to look pretty hurt. Not devastated, but there are chunks of rock and dirt being hacked away and poked. And each time, like you poke it, imagine hitting drywall and stuff coming out back with the spear and landing on the ground. And the creature's like, ah! But it's not even making much of a sound. It's more like the sound of the stones grating against each other, a lot of clicking and shit like that. Okay, so that's fast still. Gaspar will withdraw. and he said, looks at you and says, thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then Ein, you said attack, I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to do that on this phase?
Yeah.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You can be there. Okay. Roll to hit.
One, remember.
Uh-oh!
I'm not rolling.
One.
Oh, no fumble. Dude, he robbed me of playing this.
Oh my gosh.
No?
I'm done.
All right, but he just regular missed. Okay. Anyone else on fast? Hearing nothing? We go to average. You guys want initiative.
That would
so
be me.
You
I wanna
take
go
your
first.
You take your second attack first. Oh wait. He said he wanted to go. Which if you're, go ahead unless someone else has something else. All right, I guess you're up, Waldor. What are you doing?
Alright, so I have my holy symbol out and I stare straight at the creature, and looking through my holy symbol I call upon Orlin to freaking grant me control of this beastly creature so I may command it in his name for our greater purpose. And I cast Control Elemental.
Nice. What does that do?
So the spell allows the caster to seize control of an elemental summoned by someone else. The priest has a 50% chance of success. The roll is adjusted by the difference in level or hit dice between the priest and the elemental. This roll is further modified by the difference between the original summoner's wisdom and the caster's. The difference between the two is a bonus added to whoever has the greater wisdom. Only one attempt can be made per creature. If the priest does not seize control of the elemental, no future efforts will succeed. If the effort is successful, the elemental obeys the wishes of the priest for the remainder of its stay on the physical plane.
Okay, and what are you rolling? A d20? Is it like a Dispel Magic where it's...
No, I think it's percentile. So the priest has a 50% base chance of success. It doesn't say how to adjust it though. It says the roll is adjusted by the difference in levels or hit dice between the priest and the elemental.
Okay.
And then the roll is further modified by the difference between the original summoner's wisdom and the caster's wisdom.
Okay, what's your wisdom?
So my wisdom is 15.
Okay. All right, so roll percentile. And you get to roll it twice because of your excellent spellcasting.
5%.
I have a 25 for one
Well, better than that.
and a 49 for another.
All right, well, you cast your spell. A beam of sickly brown energy comes out of your holy symbol, and like a laser, it starts and travels and then hits the creature. And the creature slows down and then stops. And you have control of this elemental.
Right after that, I say, "It is mine!"
Very good. Who's next? You.
If I hear him yell, "He is mine," I'm stopping my attack.
Okay. Volmir will hold Kelf.
I have already begun casting my spell, which is Bark Skin, and I am rubbing the the pieces of oak bark on me and holding my holy symbol for Hulin, grant me protection against my enemies and strengthen my flesh in battle. And I cast bark skin on myself.
And is there any role associated with that? Or is it a straight predetermined
Per level.
addition to your armor class?
Yeah, it gives me a base of 3. So with my -4 dex bonus, I have a -1 armor class for 17 rounds.
And is there any appearance change?
Not that anyone can notice, nothing noticeable.
All right. So we now go to the loser's side of average. Do you exercise any control over this elemental?
Yes, I do.
What do you
I
have?
haven't stopped fighting
It
and
stops.
take up just a normal stance.
It does that.
Waldor, that's fantastic.
Would anyone else like to do anything in the combat sequence? Volmir does not activate her ring. She will come forward and go, holy shit! Gaspar will say, good job!
It's kind of iffy trying to control these things, trying to control these things, but I had to do the first spell to find out for sure what it is, because I didn't want to waste such a higher spell if it wasn't what I thought it was.
Yes, I guess it could have been a golem.
I was thinking that, or maybe something goofy else, but when it just basically ignored that first spell, that made me really think that it was not any of the other options.
How long do you have this under your control before we have to kill it?
Gaspar looks at you and he's like,
Forever.
past that.
How long?
As long as it stays here.
What do you mean by as long as it stays here?
As long as it's on this plane, I have control of it. Or I guess maybe if something else wrestles it from me, but as far as I know, it's under my control permanently.
Okay, pause. Yes?
I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna walk past everybody, even including the bugs.
Like forward.
Yes.
Has
Okay.
the rumbling stopped?
Yes. And currently, do you pick up your shield? Or no, you didn't do that. You just had your, you just had the...
And if I get a chance, I just wanna go ahead and I'm gonna place the coin on the floor.
Seems pretty simple. Bloop. Okay, so you do that. Okay, meanwhile, you guys were talking, so go ahead. And do you stay there, or do you want to get closer so you don't have to shout at him?
Yeah,
So I
I
have
get closer, I pick up my shield,
Okay.
and I stole my blade, put
Father
my
for
right hand shield and left.
And Volmir will come up here and grab her sword. Okay, go ahead, Waldor.
So I have more cannon fodder for us. So
How strong is it?
I don't know who got hit by it.
I did.
Volmir says, yeah, I did. It seems pretty strong. I mean, look at me. She's
You
kind
know-
of scraped up on her neck, and Gaspar's like, yeah, and the thing blasted rocks at me, and he's like brushing them out of his clothes and picking little rocks and dirt out from crevices in his uniform, and he's taking his hat off and banging it on his side, and you can kind of hear dirt hitting off the walls and stuff, and he's like, damn it.
Yeah, that was an effective attack when it threw the shards of rock.
Hemorrhoid.
So,
What are you doing? Are you crapping?
No, I'm waiting.
Well,
He's asking about.
I know at least 2 things that it can do. I mean, it's possible it can do more.
Hold on,
Oh.
hold on. Okay, please explain to me what's going on here.
Put this on the floor on your by your feet.
Okay,
He's talking about the coin.
yes.
Make an example.
So you blast the light, and all it's doing is creating it's 60 foot except where it hits the wall, but then it's like up.
So even the thinness of the coin is shooting out. Not,
Yeah.
It's not acting like the light on that phone and just going out.
Yeah, because the sides of the coin also put out light.
That's what he wants.
That's what I wanted to know. Thank you.
At least that's the way I understand the spell.
It's a 60-foot globe, so it's
60 foot.
puts
globe.
light out in all directions.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, anyway, go ahead. Just Randy was giving me the skunk eye. It looked like he was about ready to crump his Mumford, and I'm like, hey,
I cropped dusted
we got
earlier.
cat litter downstairs.
I am not familiar with the powers of the elementals, so I will have to learn more on this subject as time goes.
None of them say anything?
Yeah. I would. That way we know what it does.
All right, I guess we're ready to continue. Is that mud in our way?
No, that's behind. Well, it's not mud.
Look
It
at
was
the
just
shelf.
like loose dirt and sand and stuff.
It's just waiting.
We ready? Hey, maybe
Yeah, okay.
I don't know where the count went.
he'll be back.
So I put the elemental next to the bug, and I had them like in the middle of the group.
They take on almost the entire width of the corridors.
Okay.
So no one is able to
See past?
I mean, let's put it this way. You could be in a square next to the elemental, but you would be in close quarters, and that has its own advantages and disadvantages. But nobody larger than you could be there if you wanted. So I'm going
I'll put them in
to...
line then, so we can see around staggered. I'll put one ahead of the other on the left,
Well,
and
you
the
tell-
other one behind it on the right.
First of all, we got Shelly up front, followed by the usual Garrett and I, or not?
Yes.
Okay. And then Gaspar will wait to see where everything shakes out. So unless someone else has something they want, Volmer will go ahead and go back to the back. And
Well, before we get moving,
Gaspar will kind of look at Kelf and say, how about you and me walk? And
That sounds like a great idea.
if Waldor, do you want to walk in between us, or do you want to hang back?
I'll be right behind there. I'll put the bug next to me then. Is that too much in
No.
an area? Yeah.
It's not?
Okay,
then,
and then I'll have the elemental next to her then, like side by side.
okay, she doesn't want that. She wants to be in the back.
All right, well then I go to the back then.
With
to be
her?
next to her.
Okay.
while you're back there, find out if she needs healing. Same with Gaspar.
Gaspar's like, yeah, I got hurt some, but obviously don't, if you have limited healing capabilities, I don't need it that bad.
I have a very large reservoir, but we need to be out of here first.
I wouldn't worry about it right now, because I can use the bow to heal if we need to. But I think it has a limited amount of times we can use it a day, from what I understand.
Okay?
So if we don't really need it yet, I would prefer not to use it yet. But yes, I think we need to get out of here faster than
Gas bar says, no, I guess I don't really need it that bad. He's lying. Okay, so you take off once again, and the travel is as slow as the slowest member, that being Waldor. Waldor, do you?
Yeah, put shit up.
Do you do anything to speed yourself up, or do you? Of course, theoretically, right? You could just run forever since you don't have a problem.
Well, no, I can force march for like 12 hours without any problems. So I will force march.
What exactly is force march? Because I'm not sure that's what you think that means. The question here isn't necessarily your endurance, it's your speed.
But because of the forced march, you might be able to hurry for a longer period.
But be that as it may, as you find out that information, you continue to travel, and
So
after a
I can
while,
engage in up to 12 hours of hard labor per day with no fatigue, or up to 16 hours of moderate fatigue. So, does that mean I can run then?
running would be considered hard labor.
Alright, so I will run then.
Okay. So, just so we're clear on how things work, and that's good. So, you pick up the pace. You take advantage of your mana from whatever divine or hellish force you gain by praying, and it pushes your little legs to go longer and faster than you ever thought possible. And you make several turns following the Shellkin, who once again is traveling at the normal 12 rate, and the elemental seems to not have an issue in keeping up. The bug continues to move along with its multiple confusing looking limbs and appendages, and the now dark and starting to sag corpse of this leaking.
I thought Gaspar made it to where it no longer deteriorates.
I don't remember.
I thought that's what,
Well, if you remember, that's good enough for me.
because
I just don't remember, but I don't think you could make that up if you didn't know.
I remember we were talking about it, and I thought that's what he did. He made it to where Basula can no longer deteriorate.
Who, Gaspar?
Yeah,
No, I don't think he actually did that.
he said that he could, but he didn't actually do it.
Yeah, I don't think he actually did that because Count wasn't around to say yay or nay. We didn't want to do something to piss him off.
That sounds about right.
Okay. Well, you guys travel, and you travel long enough to where you get hungry and you have to do your business again. So though you're not tired, you are hungry. You stop. You guys can, if there's something you want to interject while I'm narrating, please do so. The food and water is either used up what you have or someone creates it. If you do either, you do need to keep track of those resources. So do you allow does Kelf make something, or do you all eat whatever rations you might have?
Does anyone have food they
I
brought?
got hardtack still.
Right, like we're getting low on it, but yeah, we should still have a little bit left.
May I have a bite to eat, please?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But I can make stuff if we need.
Yeah, we saw you make the stuff that one time
Yeah, and it wasn't
in the bar.
that appetizing. Back to those downriders.
It's gonna be the same stuff as his.
Yeah, it's never, it's not a gourmet meal.
It's something that
Like
is a joke.
nourishment.
It's a joke, Brother Kelf.
I appreciate the joking.
It wasn't. It's not directed towards you. It's directed towards Waldor. He used one of his
Totally
abilities and made something bad a hell of a lot worse.
That's fine.
It was,
Okay, so
Conserving my opinion.
the brief,
Well, I don't make anything then,
okay,
so.
so the brief time is spent just kind of making sure you're not dropping everything as you're walking, rooting through your possessions, but you pass out the rations. You realize that you have 2 days left.
Okay.
Yes,
So during all this time, we're considering exploring a dungeon, correct?
correct.
Okay. When we sit down and eat, how long does that take?
That's up to you guys. I mean, that's totally up to you guys. You tell me. Garrett's your leader. Strahd's not here right now.
Right.
It's up to you guys.
Should we try to push on, or do we want to sit for a little bit? Push.
I think the longer we stay, the longer shit seems to
Right.
find us.
Right. So we basically just do basic eating and then move on? Alright.
Okay.
How long does that take, roughly?
You guys tell me. You can stop for 5 minutes, grab the shit out of your pack, and start
Yeah.
walking again and
Alright.
eating, or you can take longer.
15
That's
minutes.
up to you guys.
Alright.
Okay. Very good. So that happens, and I will roll a d12.
Uh-oh. Done.
I don't have a special d12.
No, but you have a pink one. That's all that
but
matters.
it's
It is the pink dice of death.
personal. A 2! Oh!
Dun, dun, dun.
Darn. Okay. So, Strahd comes back. He appears to be wiping some type of red substance off his face.
Can't wait.
He appears to be, I don't know, more himself, less agitated. He seems to almost be happy, if that was such a thing for a vampire. And as he returns, he falls in line behind Ein and Garrett and says, "What did I miss?"
The
We have a
creature.
new companion.
Yeah.
He kind of looks back. I hear that. Then he looks over at Waldor and he doesn't yell back there. He says, so Waldor has provided a bug and a rock.
Yeah.
Well, good for him.
One we can squish, the other one we can throw.
Anything else from our strange guide?
They don't talk much. They usually just walk and take us places. Shelley was the most talkative. to be
As
honest.
you come around a curve, not a curve, a turn,
Junction.
Shelley stops.
I stop behind him.
Okay.
Does he turn around and face us?
What is anyone else doing right now? The train has stopped.
I
Stop.
stop everything.
Okay. The Shellkin turns around. Gets down in its shell and stops.
And it
Are
looks
we
like
done?
the
What's
corridor
going on?
goes
What's going on up there?
That's what it looks like.
Time to march forward.
Is he resting?
I start walking forward.
Okay, Ein walks. Garrett, you walk forward too?
Yes.
Okay. Strahd
Move
seems
on.
to follow. Do the rest of you follow or?
I
Yeah.
make everything move.
Okay. You,
What's ahead of him?
as you come down a corridor,
They pass over.
coming up
Shell.
quickly on your left, you notice a corridor without a far wall. And as you all walk up and peer out, you see a sight that you're not prepared for. I need all of you to make save versus spells. If you have a magical attack adjustment on your wisdom,
Defense
you would
adjustment.
add that. Unfortunately, the +1 from the spell that Kelf has cast is run out. Well, it depends. How long was that spell good for? Do you remember?
13 rounds.
Was it 13 rounds?
I think that's what it was.
Okay, yeah, then that's long over. Okay, so let me roll for the other two here. Hold on. Gaspar. Volmir. Okay, so pass or fail?
Passed big time, even with my negative magic defense adjustment.
All right. Kel.
I rolled a 4, and then you said save or spell.
I thought I did.
Yeah. Okay, versus spell, I need 11, so I picked.
So that's a failure. Now, did you add your magical defense adjustment onto your roll?
That made it a 5.
Okay. Waldorf.
Pass.
9.
19.
That's a success. Okay, Volmir, fail. Gaspar, pass. So those of you that failed, Volmir and Kelp, you see a luscious, sprawling, as far as the eye can see, green plants, flowers, beautiful
Finally!
trees,
Finally out of the
a
maze.
path of gold leading through this beautiful forest and gardens until on the top of a hill you see what looks like a tiny shack, secluded, surrounded by beautiful trees and flowers, deer and bunny rabbits hopping and playing, the birds whistling in the trees, that morning music that they used to put in the Looney Tunes cartoons.
The birds are making Volmir a dress.
Yeah.
I never
Meanwhile,
imagined that Dorbengas would have such a beautiful kingdom.
Volmir's like, look at this place. It's beautiful.
What we see is a burned down.
You
shack.
guys, you see what appears to be an endless sea of grave markers with dead grass and dead trees, resembling what you saw a little bit of in the time when you went through and before you got the ring. There was that dead
Deadlands.
area where
The Deadlands.
Yeah. Yeah.
kind of makes sense since this is called the Deadlands.
No.
And
See a gravestone.
there appears to be a scarecrow about 20 foot tall, crucified about 30 feet ahead of you, where these guys
Hey, be
see a
careful.
beautiful tree with these blossoms and these birds in it. You guys see a scarecrow, and the scarecrow just, its eyes flare up and it turns and looks at you, and then
You know preach goes?
it lets out this blood curdling, and then scared the cat. Good. Glad I scared somebody.
Dagda has truly blessed this landscape.
Slowly, Volmir and Kelf, the landscape starts to change, and to your horror, where there were flowers and bushes and things, you start to see gravestones, some up, some knocked down, dark
No.
grass
So-
as far as the eye can see, and then you see where a beautiful tree was, a scarecrow that's 20 foot in height, about 10 foot off the ground, crucified with its head down, and off
So-
in the distance, nothing but a mist. and
But
your
when-
beautiful sight is gone away.
So
And
when
Val-
Cal
Valmir's
said,
like, "Ugh."
truly, Dagda has blessed this land, I'm like, is Dagda a god of death and destruction?
Yes, I almost come to tears when I see it melt into the disparity of the Deadlands.
What? What is your problem?
Valmir's like, what happened? It was all beautiful. It was
No, it
beautiful
wasn't.
flowers and trees and birds and even deer.
No, it wasn't. It's a
Are you
great
guys
art.
on something?
I
You
think they are.
hallucinating?
I think they are.
But it's gone now.
Grave markers, as far as the eye can see.
Yep.
Well, time
Hey,
for
and
my-
remember, the scarecrows always lead the way to him.
Yeah, they do. Fucking scarecrows.
And lying before you, where was once a golden road, is now broken pavers with weeds crawling over them and a path leading through this gigantic grave, gigantic cemetery that stretches in every direction as far as the eye can see. And the sky that was once beautiful with the sun shining is now back to its cloudy self, for those of you that have had the illusion broken by the scream of the scarecrow guardian.
So I point at the papers and I go, to the death! We go.
So is it, I'm going to stow my shiny coin.
Okay? At this point, yeah, you don't need the coin to see. There's enough light. It's just overcast.
I stole
So-
my shiny coin.
That and get my show back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Strahd looks at Kelf and Volmir and just gives you this pitiful smile, like you are a child that skinned your knee and you're crying. And he's like, oh, does that hurt? Oh, like my mom used to do, that used to annoy the piss out of me until I had kids, and I was like, oh, I see.
I get it now.
She kind of gave a fuck.
I can get used to this place.
Strahd seems to care, but it's not the kind of caring that makes you feel good about yourself. So, what do you do now that you have exited, or do you actually exit the Gravemaze?
Yes.
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 And we're going to follow the non-yellow brick road.
Okay.
You say scarecrows always mark the way to Dorbengoth? That's interesting.
Volmir
You know,
says
this ain't the first time we've had to follow a scarecrow path.
Gaspar's like, I could spend a lot of time here, but I'm going.
You have plenty of time to study when we're done.
So, who is Dorbenghast? Can anyone give me an idea of who this is?
He's a zombie king.
What's a zombie king? I know what a zombie is.
This has got,
Do I know what a zombie king is? Well, you know, you've heard of a zombie lord that can restore life, or at least animate the dead. And it's a very powerful creature, and it's not known for sure if that creature is actually alive or dead.
I want to roll my undead lore necrology, see how much I know about
Go ahead.
zombie lore. $26.
Okay. You, with that roll, you do not know anything more than what Gaspar just said.
Okay.
This, other than you can surmise that this must be something unique. So, Unless you say different, I guess you guys start walking through this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we see where the shack's at anymore?
You guys, I don't think you ever saw a shack. I think only the ones.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
At least that's the way I remember describing
Okay,
it.
apologies.
But that's okay.
I say we see.
Is there any kind
burn
of, do we see any kind of structures?
Not
Looking around.
Not. Make a perception check.
Oh, negative.
Okay. However, something that is obvious now as you exit the grave maze and you start to walk through this cemetery of the endless cemetery, every single grave is dug up.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
And I would like all of you to make intelligence checks at disadvantage.
Is that a 30 or 20?
That's a 20.
You know, I got a nat 20 on one of my rolls.
Oh, that's good.
I got a 7 on the other roll, which does still pass, but it's not a nat 20.
Oh, holy crap. Okay. Of all things.
I had a 23 and a 24.
That's a success. Yeah, Kelf?
25.
Hold on, Kelf.
26.
That was with disadvantage?
Yes.
Wow. Awesome. Waldorf.
25.
That's a success.
21 because of my disadvantage. Would have had a nat 20.
That's still a success.
I know.
So somehow the
wanted
necromancer is the only one that doesn't
Oh,
make it.
really?
But everyone else, and this actually makes a little bit of sense, but maybe no, it doesn't make any sense. You all put together that probably all of these graves, you've seen the corpses already.
Yeah, they're back there in the maze. In that one little tunnel. Just shuffling back and forth.
Part of the undead army, I would surmise.
Yeah, if that's how they act, that's going to be a help.
Cannon fodder. Remember, it's just a wall that they have to get through first.
What's canon?
Oh, snap.
I don't know. Waldorf keeps saying it, so I've been listening to him for some reason.
I had to.
This is the motherfucker. I don't know.
Hey, what did he say about Waldorf?
Huh?
What did he say? I didn't hear him.
I said, Waldorf said it, so I just said what he said. I don't know why, because obviously it doesn't work out. But
Okay. So, what time is it? Okay, we got about half an hour. All right. So, first things first.
roll a d12.
Garrett, D12, please.
9.
That looks like a no. So, as you travel through this path, on this path, through the cemetery, and you notice some headstones have writing on it that you don't understand. Some of them have writing you do understand. Some of them are blank. Some of them are knocked down. Some of them are cracked and broken. Some of them are different shaped. Some of them have an eye on the top of it. Some have trees on the sides. Some have dead flowers on them. All manner of modest headstones in all manners of repair or disrepair, but none of them appear to have been recently tended to, or nobody was here that cared about any of these would-be residents of the graves. The dirt appears to not be fresh in any of them. There's scrabble, hard, small plants that seemingly have sprouted and then died. Lots of weeds that have sprouted up and died. Occasionally there might be a green broadleaf. If any of you bother to peer down into one of the graves, they all appear to be like over time there's been settling of the walls to where it's not like perfectly square, as if a coffin was being ready to be let down in there. None of them appear to have any remnants of coffins or clothing or valuable leftover things that you would give to the dead. That, of course, may or may not be the truth, depending on if anyone wanted to stop and take the time to search any grave. That's up to you guys. And then as you've been walking on this path for what feels like an hour, you start to kind of wind around a hill. So you're just kind of elevating a little bit. And then a path kind of goes off to the right that starts to go down a little bit. So you got a ways to pick. But at that moment, Waldor is raising his hand. And what are you doing?
Well, while you're traveling, does it look like they're all about the same depth? The graves? Or are they varying degrees of like how far maybe they were dug originally?
I would say they're all at least 3 feet. Some might be 4, 5, or 6, but none are super shallow.
Okay. Then my other question is, are they all around the same size? Or are some of the graves like not as long as other, like for shorter,
Well,
or
they're certainly
bigger,
not uniform.
longer graves, like bigger things?
They're not uniform, but none of them appear to be giant size, and none of them appear to be baby size.
Okay.
So that's kind of your range. And unless you wish to investigate by spending a round doing a perception check and not moving or getting into any of these things, that is the most information I can provide.
No, I was just scanning for some basic information.
Okay, then you receive that basic information and there you have it. Okay, so now you are at not a T, but kind of a curve where one starts to kind of trail up a little bit to go around the hill, the other one's going down to go around the hill. And both of them kind of go off where you can't see where they end up. So which way do you go? Or do you not go at all? Do you turn around and run home like little bitches?
Yeah, I suggest we go up the hill so we can see what's over it.
Yeah, which is where that's gonna be.
Left is elevation.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the way you go. And the earth elemental just kind of, you notice, Waldor, that the earth elemental has, upon leaving the Gravemaze, started to glide as if the dirt was water, and it's not actually moving its limbs. It's just kind of with its feet just over the top of the dirt or the paving stones. And it's not levitating because occasionally you'll see dirt or rock being kicked up from underneath its humanoid-like feet, but it doesn't make the rumbling sound. It's much lower, like the sound of maybe like two rocks just being smoothly rubbed together. It's more quiet. You can hear it, but it's not nearly as jarring, grating, or loud. The bug seems to just carry on unfazed by anything other than your commands.
You could ride.
Kelv, roll a d12.
10.
All right. As you go up and to the left and it starts to go around, it flattens out. And just off to the right, as you come around and it flattens out, you notice a building. A building that appears to be made of wattle and daub with a thatched roof. Looks like a commoner's home, a peasant's home. There appears to be one window that you can see on one side, a door that faces the path, but it's about 20 foot off the path. And other than that, the ground and the area still appears to be mostly inhospitable to life. What do you guys
Is there any
do?
fire or smoke coming out of a chimney or anything like that?
There is not. There is a chimney, but you do not see any smoke.
Door open or closed?
The door is closed. Of course the door is closed. This is creepy fucking fuck house. Do you guys pass
Hey,
it
it's the
by?
gatekeeper's house.
Or do you investigate?
It's the gatekeeper's house.
Remember what happened last time we investigated a house?
No.
That was fun. What, are you saying we should burn this one down too?
No, we should not.
You know, it might be a good time for all of us to get some sleep if we can actually go in.
That's how the last one started.
That's how the last one started, Kelp. You weren't here.
We
We got
went in there
into
to
a
get
really,
sleep.
really big fight that
The rug-
lasted a very long time, and he wanted to kill us, and I point to Strahd.
Yeah, the rug tried to eat us. Then little guys in a metal suit of armor burnt the whole house down, and all of a sudden we were the ones to blame for it.
Wow.
I thought I burnt the house down.
No, the suit of armor caught on fire.
Well, yeah, that's what happens when you cause it to
You're
glow
terrible.
white.
Are you guys stopping
You
and
run
having
off,
this conversation,
screaming,
or you
I-
continue to
I
walk?
keep walking.
I
past
keep walking past the house.
Okay. Do you guys
Oh,
follow
come
the
on,
leaders?
where's your guys' sense of adventure?
Gaspar follows the leader. Kelf, you're next. Do you follow the leaders or do you stop?
Following along.
Okay, Bug and
Keep
Baldur and Elemental, what do you guys do?
We're following. Hey, we really could use some spells, because I've used pretty much all mine up.
I know, I'm pretty tapped myself, but not in a house, please.
It's better than out here in the graveyard.
Count Strahd. Before
Well, I could-
our champions go to battle,
Hold on. Go ahead.
would we have time to rest?
We have all the... Time does not mean anything to me. Why do you think that thing, Bulba Rapkin, was so... Ugh.
Because you
Dildo
were
rough
concerned
neck.
about it, and you could not give two shits.
Well, I can ask a question from my god and see if it would be a bad idea.
Well,
for
you're
us
starting to
stop
move
here.
too far away from the house unless you want to stop or turn around,
I don't think
so...
we should, guys. I understand.
Because Garrett seems determined to keep going, so...
Oh, by the way, since we've exited the maze, it might still considered to be exploring a dungeon.
Well, you would just be walking, I guess.
I'm regenerating PSPs. Alright, thanks. That's all I needed to know.
But, unfortunately, you are in a strange land, so no.
No.
But good try.
A marching we will go.
Okay.
A marching
So,
we will go.
as you are walking on, I need everyone to roll a d20, please.
Straight.
Just to tell me whatever number it is you roll.
20.
14, 20. Waldorf,
18.
you?
What am I doing again?
You're rolling a d20. Just tell me what you roll.
15.
Volman, 19. Gaspar, 2.
God damn. Sounds like it's Gaspar.
Gaspar says, I heard something back there
Back where?
in the house.
No.
I heard it.
No.
I heard it. I
You
heard
shouldn't.
it. It sounded like, where are you going?
No. No.
Okay. I'm just
No.
saying I heard it. I don't want to
doubt
be
it.
accused of anything whenever something comes up behind us and kills us.
I do not doubt it that you heard it, but we cannot go to that house. Every time we end up in a house, people get killed.
Okay.
No, people don't die.
They
I'm
re-die.
dead.
They
Take a
re-die.
final plug.
I need-
No.
I need to roll a d10.
Okay.
Mr.
See, it's
One.
not a 20. If you told me to
It's not
roll
a
a 20, I'd roll
It's
a
a 10.
1. Instead, I rolled a 9.
Oh, okay, that's a good roll. All right.
Oh, yay.
As you all are walking, you notice something up ahead, a piece of cloth underneath a bunch of dirt. And it looks like it's faded, it's a faded, colorful, make me a perception check.
Where's that 30?
Close
Is that
enough.
that 30?
Total of 40.
Okay. It appears to be a the arm of a shirt.
No arm in it?
No.
Gotta ask.
Yeah,
You just
for
keep
sure.
on walking by it?
No. Is it nice material?
You'd have to get closer to investigate. You're 20 feet away.
Does he point it out?
I'd point out, somebody lose a shirt?
It's always a trap. We know this, right? It's always
Okay.
a trap.
So, a sound comes from that area. And from out of the ground, several, like, for lack of a better term, flaps or trap doors are pushed open with this dead grass and everything covering it. And climbing out appear to be gonomies.
Live ones or dead ones?
They sure look alive. So, does anyone want to declare an action?
Wall
I
dog.
can't see any of this, right? Because I'm...
Not yet, you're way in the
Wow.
back.
I know you guys.
Where's Raspy?
Okay, so now everyone behind them knows what's going on. Do you have any actions? Meanwhile, these gonomies appear to be moving very slowly with these, like, they're like short swords, but they're daggers, but they're short swords for small people. And they all appear to be shaved clean, like hairless, and none of them are wearing shirts. They all appear to be male gonomies, and they appear to be like battle-worn.
Are they approaching in a threatening manner?
I come
They're
forward.
approaching
see
in a
what's
threatening, cautious manner, like weapon out, but not charging in, like taking
Gotcha.
steps forward, and they're yammering on. Do you speak Gonomy?
No. Well, I don't know. As much as I spent with Raspy, would I? Or could I understand?
You can make me an intelligence check at disadvantage.
Come on, double 20.
One was a 28,
The other?
21.
Oh, okay. You hear, you make out this. Stop, kill, and that's all you make, other than the other yammering. And it sounds kind of similar to what Waldor sounds like when he's casting a spell.
Waldor, your
Okay,
presence
now
is
Gaspar's like, what the fuck?
needed.
Hey, gnomes! And then Kelp, you can do whatever you want if you want to do anything.
I hold my action. If they are threatening, I will attack.
Okay.
I stopped moving.
So Waldor, you said you go to move up.
Yeah, I'm moving to the front to see what's up.
Okay.
Do I hear what they're saying as I move towards the front?
Yes.
Or
And you hear him saying, one false step, and we're gonna take you down. And don't wait, kill him. Anything that comes out of the Gravemaze is terrible and evil. And then you hear another one say, wait for orders.
Take us to your leader.
what are you guys gonna do to us?
So
And it got me.
you come up there.
Yeah, and then
And-
it got me. I'm
and-
like, what do you guys think you're gonna do to
You
us?
look like you. And as I said, you see all these people that have shaved all the hair on their body, apparently. No beard, no hair on their head, no eyebrows, no facial hair, no chest hair, no arm hair. They've got like leather shorts on, very primitive. They look at you and you hear, "It is he, the traitor! Get him!"
The traitor?
And
What are
they
you
move to
talking
attack
about, traitor?
him. It's obvious they're all moving to attack him. So, what?
Oh, I think it might be just timed out.
Yeah.
Okay,
Strahd, do we engage?
Sprout's not here.
Is he? No. I thought Strahd came
Yeah,
back.
he's there.
Oh, he is?
You see Strahd go like that and
Alright.
kind of move up to attack.
I draw a sword.
Actions?
I was holding action,
And
so
moving-
now I'm attacking.
Attacking.
Well, they haven't, no one's rolled initiative yet. They certainly are moving to attack. Anything else? Gaspar is like, I will move behind the bug because I don't want to waste a spell yet on them. Action?
No.
Waldor.
I'm moving behind the front line.
Okay.
I'm attacking.
Okay, so roll initiative, Kel. Beat an 8.
Hey!
Oh no! All right, roll a d20. My side got a 17.
3.
Don't
All
roll
right.
16, don't roll 16, don't roll 16.
Roll it. If I can find the book here, where to go? Roll a d20 again, Daryl.
8.
Thank you.
Where's my... There it is.
I can handle pretty much anything else, but not a 16. I don't like the 16.
8. Okay. So one of the Gonemies drops his little weapon. Doot, doot.
Yay!
Okay. So anyone on very fast? No? Okay. There is something that goes on very fast.
Guns.
No. From the back, you see, or you all hear this in your language. You shouldn't have come back, you piece of shit.
No! No! Do I know that voice?
Yes,
Is it raspy?
I think it is.
Oh, yeah!
And that's a good place to stop because
Oh,
I don't want to start a major fight
shit.
this close to 9 o'clock. And it's
I wish I'd used the
oh,
power.
it's 8:55 anyway. Okay, so
You traitor.
that is where
I
we
wish I
will
used
stop.
the power.
Now, before we leave, I
Was he
will
directing that at us
get
or
out
him?
the questions.
You most likely. God damn it.
100 questions. Here we go. Here we go. Generate question. Nope, we already asked that one. Okay, well, this one's really easy. But I will ask for a slight extra explanation, just a small one. Garrett, you're the leader. What's your favorite season and why?
Spring.
Fall.
Because?
Death has passed and new life has begun.
Kelf, what's your favorite season?
You know what? I like that.
It is also the spring, and for the same reasons, the new life, the rebirth, and all the greenery that fills the world.
Waldor, what's your favorite season and why?
It is the fall, because it is the changing, it's like the middle in between of the changing, the things can go anyway.
And what's your favorite season and why?
I think I like the winter. I would like the winter because it gives, the stillness allows us to reflect on the past year's happenings. And to prepare ourselves for the next one.
Very good. Okay. The DM's favorite season is rabbit season. No. Okay. So any final comments from anybody?
I
Waldorf,
enjoyed the adventure.
Raspy was
I want to know how Raspy's still alive.
right. How the hell is he still alive after all this time?
Well, we shall find that out
He's
next
an old
week.
fuck.
Hopefully, nothing is going on that I can think of. We thank you all on Facebook Live for watching, whoever or whatever you are. And if this is you're viewing this on YouTube and you just happen to be browsing through, hit the like button. And if you like watching a bunch of Midwestern nerds playing D&D, please hit the subscribe button. Comment down below. We appreciate it. And fellas, I love you and good night.
Good night.
Fucking Raspy.
Yeah.